although it is not technically official tonight, the Falcons put themselves in position to be district champs. So in at least in Class 2A1, but there is still work to be done. 2 games left in the regular season, and the Falcons still need to get to another level to be successful. Tonight, the Eagles from Hennessy fly into the pit tonight, hoping to win a needed win. They are 0-8 overall this season. Last week, they lost to Alva 7-44. Now, this team last season was a 7-4 team. They went to the playoffs, and the last victory that this team actually had was on November 4th. So we're almost talking a calendar year to the date. This team still has not won. Now, the question will be tonight, can they catch the Falcons sleepwalking tonight? And will the Falcons bring the intensity needed to win on a cold night? We're about to find out. Welcome to Falcon Pregame, sponsored by Love Student of the Month. Love Student of the Month, sponsored by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores, would like to celebrate and recognize students who exemplify outstanding characteristics in the classroom and citizenship in our community. Each month, a student will be selected as Student of the Month and qualified to win $10,000, a cash scholarship. Apply for your child today or student today at www.kvsp.com. Rules and regulations apply. Welcome to Falcon Pregame. I am Maurice Prince, and I will be joined in just a little while by the coach in the box, Gary Woods. Rumor has it he went to go home to get some earmuffs and some mittens. We'll see if he is actually doing that. Now, this week, the weather came to be a factor as the rain rained out several practices when I had an opportunity to talk to Darwin Franklin and the coaching staff this week. And it kind of made it difficult to prepare. So how disruptive can a packed practice schedule be? Well, for the Falcons, it will interrupt a few things and basically prevent the coaches from possibly honing in on a couple of things. But for the most part, this Falcon team is going to have a regular practice thanks to the wonderful, outstanding multi-sports complex with allowed them cover from the rain and from the stormy season. But there's nothing like getting out on the field where you can completely spread out, get everybody involved. But again, the multi-sport will keep them in play. So I don't think that will be a major factor, but it will be affecting a lot of the teams that are in action tonight. So be leery if you're going anywhere else tonight. Also, it's a cold night, and to me, this is the beginning of the running season. You can do all that spread offense all year long. You can do it in August. You could do it in September. But come October and early November into December, the running game needs to be stout. The Falcons have had games where they've had explosive games from Lamar Davis and Anthony Keys. But there have been some other games where the running has not always been a factor. So tonight it's about manufacturing some good runs. It might be doing some jet sweeps and other things, but it's going to be required tonight more than anything that the Falcons get the run game going. There is nothing that helps them get through the night on a cold night like this, get the clock running, and put pressure on your opponents like a solid run game. So I expect that to be a continuing factor as the night goes on. Now, the field is in good condition tonight, and game time temperature should be about 52 degrees and will hold steady into the fourth quarter, where the temperatures will fall into the upper 40s. Now, the winds are light 7 to 12 miles an hour, but let me tell you, when the wind blows, you feel it. It cuts through your clothes, and it can be, if you're standing there, you can get stiff. So as the players are on the field tonight for both teams right now, taking a look at inside the pit tonight, you see the Falcons, they don't have their full jerseys on. They've been exposed to this a little bit earlier today and earlier this week with some of these colder temperatures. But now, really, from what they've been saying, the temperature will not be higher than, won't not get into the 70s again, more than likely for the rest of the year. That's what my meteorologist told me. But nonetheless, tonight begins the true football season. So this is now, hey, bring your hand warmers, bring your hats, bring your gloves. You're going to need it if you're coming out. Now, the food still going to be served hot and fresh. Cocoa will be available if you happen to get cold tonight, so make sure that you have that available to you. Also, if you're listening on the radio, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and dip on over to your app store, whether you are in the Google Marketplace or go to the Apple App Store and download PPBC TV. Go ahead and download that app, and instantaneously you will be here. And so if you don't feel like stepping out into the cold, let us go ahead and take you through tonight's action. It's going to be important tonight that the Falcons finish off these last 2 games with wins. It's not a foregone conclusion that they'll win the district, but it's likely that they will. And I'll have some interesting things to talk about when it comes into district play coming up on the other side of the break. As well, you'll have an opportunity to hear from Darwin Franklin, his thoughts about the game against OCS last week, and then his thoughts about his team getting ready to play Hennessy tonight. So we want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's game: Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, Millwood's Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry's Insurance Agency, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores, or Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We will be right back on the other side. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football right here on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140 and streaming online, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be right back.
This is our Love's Travel Stop Student of the Month, Kiana Tubbs, from Crystal Ray, OKC Catholic High School.
Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores proudly presents
So I heard that you currently have a 4.2857 GPA.
22 to 20 as the Falcons.
That is really impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about what motivates you in school?
So what motivates me in school is just kind of wanting to go to the higher levels, so wanting to go to college, but also having a support system in my family and friends, and just wanting to make them proud. So student government, I'm involved as the student body president, so I had to run and be elected for student body president.
I also heard that you have plans to attend Howard University and pursue a career as a criminal defense attorney. What led to that career choice, and was that always something you wanted to do?
So I've always been into like politics and law, but I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do in that area. And so I combined my passion of helping people, and so that's kind of how I came up with criminal defense attorney. It's helping people when they're in a position where they can't help themselves.
Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company.
Now, everybody says they have gas. Yeah, but is it really gas, though? Exactly. Go check out Days on Route 66, right off 39th in Portland. Now, you can pull up to the happy hour from 12 to 3, but they have great deals like $100 OZs of some fire, and you got options. I promise you, you got options. Small bud OZs starting at just $60. Shake OZs are going for $15, or you can grab 3 for $35. Now it gets even better. 1,000 mg gummies for just $10. And their pre-rolls, you'll be Days. Only $1 for pre-rolls. Days on Route 66. Hold on.
Do you need help taking care of your child? Maybe a daycare service that's open 24 hours so you can take that new job and not worry about daycare? If you are a parent, Transformation Learning Center Expressway knows your child comes first. They now offer weekly, daily, and overnight rates. DHS subsidy and private pay are also available. Their 24-hour professionals want you to bring your child today. Transformation Learning Center Expressway, located at 6009 Northwest Expressway. Open Monday at 5 a.m. until Saturday at 7 a.m. For more information, to enroll your child, or for a tour, email them at tlcokc123@gmail.com or call 405-506-0725.
This is your Black Health 365 moment. National Chiropractic Health Month is observed in October, and chiropractors celebrate by helping their patients get into a lifestyle that allows them to stay mobile. We often sit with bad posture, sometimes sleep in beds that aren't good for us, and we allow stress to impact our physical health. Visiting a chiropractor can help. Chiropractic treatment primarily relieves back, muscle, joint, bone, and tendon pain. Make an appointment with your chiropractor. This has been a Black Health 365 moment, because a healthy lifestyle is a daily choice.
Oh, I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
I'm making history because tomorrow's not given. It's upheld by those who boldly lead the charge. We are SWAC. General Motors is honored to sponsor the Southwest Athletic Conference. Watch history in motion by visiting gmmakehistory.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-518-9301. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-518-9301. That's 800-518-9301. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's Macy's Friends and Family. Get ready for the holidays with an extra 30% off brands that rarely go on sale with your coupon or Macy's card. And take 15% off fragrance, skincare, makeup, and more great beauty gift ideas. Or shop specials they'll love while supplies last, now at Macy's. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply. Find something so you at Macy's Friends and Family.
Let's get back to more Millwood High School football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Welcome back to the Good House here at L.W. Good Football Stadium, home on the campus of Millwood High School. Getting you set for pregame officially. Let's see here, 17 minutes left to go before we get started in tonight's contest. Remember, tonight's game is being brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Truffle Stops and Country Stores. Sometimes in a game, a player gets hurt and needs to see a specialist. Go let the people at SSM Health at St. Anthony take care of you. They will do a great job of getting you back on the field and in the action of play. Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores continues to sponsor the Student of the Month. A chance to get a $10,000 scholarship. Just go to kvsp.com and register your child today. Now, before I get into the audio featuring Darwin Franklin tonight, because he has a lot to say, I just want to point out one thing to you when it comes to the district standings. Now, you heard me allude to it in my opening, that Millwood, for the most part, is district champs, and that is absolutely true. However, they have 2 games left to play. Well, 2 games left to play, then, that means you're not district champs yet. Now, when you look at the 2A1 standings, Millwood's atop at 5-0 in district play. They're the only undefeated team there. Oklahoma Christian School, who Millwood beat last week, is 4-1. Chisholm is 4-1. Then you have Alva Perry at 3-2. Blackwell 1-4, and then Hennessy and Newkirk both looking for a district win. So Millwood's in a good spot, but you got to go ahead and follow through, right? Because you got Oklahoma, OCS, and Chisholm sitting right there on your heels, and one loss can throw this into a complete uproar. How much of an uproar? Well, let me give you a taste of that right now. Class 2A football this year has been really, really good, especially on the district side of things. There are still, the last full week in October, there are 11 undefeated teams in district play. Now, what does that mean? That means that you're going to have a teams taking their first loss, or could take their first loss. Either it's tonight or possibly next week. That's a big thing, because that means a lot of points are still out there for teams to get, and Millwood is one of those teams. You're saying points? Well, Millwood is 7-1, 5-0 in district. What are you talking about? I am talking about the OSAA's district points. That's an important deal. There are 10 teams that have a better district point record differential than Millwood. Millwood has 59, but there are other teams out there with 75. There are 3 of them out there with 75. 4, it's actually teams with 75 points. Millwood's got 59. So what does that mean? What does that mean down the stretch? Millwood not only needs to win, but they need to win big to get some points back. What does that mean? Because playoff games, you may be getting 1 game, or it may have an effect, or you only, instead of getting 2 or 3, home playoff games, you may only get one. And if you have low enough district points, that means you may not even get a home game, considering that there are so many teams that have a better point differential. So these last two games are extremely crucial for Millwood. So when people say, oh, they're running up the score, they're doing it. Based upon the system that we have in play, folks, it's going to be required that Millwood put its best foot forward. Now, let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of Darwin Franklin. Last week, OCS, Millwood wins 22-20, an unbelievable close game, a game that had every little thing that you can want. For those old school Western guys out there who like Clint Eastwood, good, bad, ugly, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of drama. There was intensity. There was a lot of oh no moments, oh shocking moments, moments that you were like, I can't believe we just did that. So it's a lot of different styles of play. No matter which way you look at it, that's the way it went down. Now, I asked Coach Darwin Franklin about his team because one thing Millwood was able to do was stay in the moment. In the moments they needed to have it, they did it. And here's Coach Darwin Franklin's thought about staying in the moment.
We are very, as a program, a lot of guys, especially players, are very emotional. So I'm proud of that we were able to take our emotions, which were high and low sometimes, control them to where we could still do what we needed to do. We had some bad situations here or there, guys trying to, not doing they want, trying to do something extra, thinking that they can, I see something, I can help out here, and it ended up costing us. But then we also had opportunities. Coaches were prepared, did a great job all week long of game planning and scheming, understanding what they were trying to do. A lot of the smoke and mirrors with motioning and stuff like that, and really got down to the core of who OCS was, what they were trying to accomplish, and what Coach Roof and his staff wanted to do. But Coach Alexander is DC, and he did a hell of a job.
Coach Alexander did a great job, and that he did, calling the right defenses at the right time, keeping OCS at bay. They were smacking teams around, as Coach Franklin alluded to, going into that game. There was a lot of people who believed that OCS was going to run through Millwood because a lot of head-scratching games for Millwood this year. When we start looking at point differential and things like that for Millwood, it's not as impressive as it has been in years past. Well, the defense has picked up on the other side of that to make sure Millwood holds fort, but the points per game and spread, for example, this year Millwood is averaging 33 points a game. That's not bad. Their opponents are giving up 14, but in the years past, we've seen Millwood put up 40, almost 50 points a game against people. So it's a little different. And then some auspicious scores have come through, like when Millwood played Alva. It was 36-13, but Alva did lead in that game. Chisholm, Millwood took care of 36-16, but the Perry game is what everybody keeps circling, where Millwood in that game was really 12-6 going into the waning moments of the fourth quarter there, but Millwood was able to pull it out and put another 6 on the board, helping them on the district margin. So it has been kind of crazy. And then OCS 22-20, not the scores that you're used to seeing from a Millwood team. Now, when we start talking about his team and that game against OCS last week, Coach Franklin also made the comment about his team's defensive mentality.
Bend but not break. We talked about it during halftime. They were doing a heck of a job in the first half. They were bending, but they stayed focused. We were really trying to see if they had that fortitude, that mental fortitude to be able to last a game like that. Just thank God they did. A lot of big plays. A lot of guys being disciplined, playing 4 quarters again, like we've been talking about. That OCS team had been rolling on people, and that was something we hung our hat on. How would they respond when they got to play 4 quarters in the pit? And they did. And shoot, we got out of it with a W, and this week we get a chance to get ready for Hennessy.
Coach Franklin talking about it, bend, don't break. And that's the marking of a good team when everything is not going your way, when you're against a high-powered offense. Again, 22-20 does not sound high-powered. But again, when you look at what OCS was averaging coming into last week's game, they were averaging 44 to 50 points a game. So Millwood holding them to 20 points, that's an improvement. Millwood doing the best job it could, and it made a statement altogether in the game. My final question I spoke to Coach Franklin about was offensive production. I wanted to get his thoughts about, Millwood. I just mentioned it, 33 points a game. Last year averaging 40 points a game. and 44 or more points a game, and Millwood having all these outlandish scores and things like that. And I asked him if the team needed to get more consistency on the offensive side of the ball.
You know, one of the biggest things, even talk to him about being great. You know, in life, there's a lot of options. You know, these kids have grown up with so many daggum options that it's ridiculous, options that we didn't have. So when you're trying to be great and trying to do something that other people don't have the opportunity to do, you don't have an option. So if you always have an option, well, I can just be good enough today, then you're probably not going to be playing great football. So if we're trying to play great football, we don't have many damn options. We gotta do what it takes for us to be great. And that's locking in, doing our one, being focused, understanding that the man next to me is more important. And if a play needs to be made, everybody has the mentality of making the play. I'm not going to wait for the next man to do it. If it's offense, we're running the ball, I'm going to get my block. Simple. I'm going to hold on to the ball. I'm not going to fumble. I'm going to make the right read. I'm going to communicate. So it's just really constantly reiterating, if greatness is what you want, then greatness is what you have to do day in and day out, play in and play out.
So he alludes there, for those reading between the lines of what Coach Franklin said. Again, I tell you all the time, he went to the Bill Belichick School of Answering Coaching Questions. He basically said that Millwood's not doing the little things, and that's what's holding him back. He said if you want to be great, then you've got to take care of your one and take care of what your fellow player is doing, and then don't create drive-killing plays. Don't fumble the ball. You know, don't miss blocking assignments. Don't cause extra penalties. He's saying those things are what is preventing the team. Then he said options. You know, a lot of folks right now don't always want to get the smart play. Sometimes you want to go for the highlight play. The difference between the highlight play and the smart play is really, really, really quite simple. A highlight play is one that you're trying to take to the house every time you touch the ball. You want to score. Your mentality is you want to get it done. But the smart play is, I got my 4 or 5 yards. I got my 3-4 yards. Get down, get to the next play. Let me secure the pass, not running backwards away from my blocking scheme that will take me away from the things I need to do. So when Coach Franklin is saying those are the little things that are holding this team back, that's what it is. He says if you want to be great, you got to prepare, be great every day. Yes, I do speak Franklin, if anybody wanted to understand me. When it comes to a lot of those things, I've had a lot of time to talk to him, and I understand exactly how cerebral of a mind and great football mind he is. And it's one of those type of individuals where he stresses more than just X's and O's. He stresses and tries to build on the whole player concept. So we'll see if he can do that, because these next 2 games at home this week and tonight is senior night, by the way, and senior night. And can they get the job done tonight here in Hennessy? Then go on the road next week and finish in Blackwell. Finish with 2 great offensive outbursts that'll get you ready for that hopefully home playoff game that will begin the week of more than likely November the 10th. So all things are on the table for this Falcon team. They have to get the points, or it's going to be a tougher road. You have to do all the things you want to do in July and the offseason to get you ready for good wins in September. Then October prepares you for what you're going to be and make plays during the playoff run. Want to make sure we thank all our sponsors: Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, Millwood's Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threed's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Going to take one more break. Then we're going to come back on the other side. We're going to get you the players to watch today, and also get you, sponsored by Super Prep, and get you the Narissa Berry Insurance what do you want to call it? Keys to the game. That's all coming up here in just a moment. So if you're not on your way here and you're listening on your radio tonight, going to invite you to dip on over and download the app PPBC TV, and you can watch this game on your big screen TV at your house. Do that. It's warmer there. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I am great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood Enrichment Foundation president. Also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Enrichment Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal. And you have a great day.
Thank you.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Transformation Learning Center Expressway knows your child comes first. They now offer weekly, daily, and overnight rates. DHS subsidy and private pay are also available. Their 24-hour professionals want you to bring your child today. Transformation Learning Center Expressway, located at 6009 North Expressway. Open Monday at 5 a.m. until Saturday at 7 a.m. For more information, to enroll your child, or for a tour, email them at tlcokc123@gmail.com. Call 405-506-0725.
It's a legacy that creates culture, champions education, and electrifies the future. We honor history by making history, because tomorrow's not given. It's upheld by those who boldly lead the charge. We are SWAC. General Motors is honored to sponsor the Southwest Athletic Conference. Watch history in motion by visiting gmmakehistory.com.
KRNP, 4221FQ, Oklahoma City. The all-new Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140, a Ferry Broadcasting station.
Welcome back to The Good. Maurice Prince, and we'll be joined very shortly by Gary Woods. Millwood won the toss and will be coming from the south end zone. So Millwood will have the ball, I do believe, first, as Hennessy won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So real quick, the Super Prep players to watch today. And when it comes to sports, it gets no better than Super Prep. Make sure, if you don't have them, that you like them, and you can find them as their home is on CBS Sports Radio's on CBS Sports Radio's social media all over the place. Make sure you get that. They have the most newest information on local, regional, and national athletes. Make sure you check them out, and they can be found on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Super Prep OK Media. So make sure you check it out. So the players to watch today. Well, today I kind of alluded to that a little bit early on, and I'm going to sit there and say this now. I'm going all with the ground game. But there's three guys in particular tonight. I expect them to have some tremendous plays tonight. Look for big plays today from Xavier Thompson. I'm also looking for huge plays in the running game today from Anthony Keys and Lamar Davis. Lamar Nitro Davis, as I've named him. I expect a strong big plays today from the running game that's going to help extend it. I think the Falcons have the ability to score often. One of the things Darwin Franklin harped on early in this game is he talked a lot about the team's ability to drive down the field against OCS, in which that game they drove down the field in a 13-play, 7-minute drive, which set the tone. If they do that tonight, expect them to take advantage and possibly win big today. Also want to talk about the keys to the game brought to you by Narissa Berry Insurance. Narissa Berry Insurance would like to help you get the best insurance coverage and pricing for your home, automobile, and life insurance policy. Let her protect what's most important to you. Call 405-547-0595. The keys to the game tonight: run the ball. That's pretty much what I keep saying all night long. Run the ball. That's my first key. Second key, start strong, not fast. You can go ahead and blow this team out early, and Millwood very well may do that, but start off strong. Do all the little things that you need to do to get things going in your favor. And then finally, no turnovers. Eliminate the turnovers tonight, and that will give you the Game that Coach Franklin and this team probably really wants to have tonight. So Millwood won the toss and will kick the ball. They're deferring. So it's kicked off by Millwood, and that will be going into the north. And the kick is away, and it's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line and returned up to the Weston Smith with a turn all the way back out to the 31-yard line. And it's a return of about 7 yards. 1st and 10, Eagles from that spot. So good kick position for the Falcons tonight, putting the ball in play right away, not letting it get too far away from them tonight. But getting the ball, starting it at above the 30 is good starting field position for the Eagles. Going to work now. Ball is snapped. Going to swing the ball to the outside, and the pass is going to be caught by Smith. And Smith is going to be brought down after a short gain on the play. So Weston Smith with the catch on the play. He's going to take the ball probably out to the 35-yard line. 2nd down and what will be 6 yards to go, gain of 4. So nice job by them getting started here. So Weston Smith is their top receiver. The quarterback is Carson Riddle. I do believe it's Carson Riddle. Going to make sure I verify that number. No, it's not. It is number 6. It is Gunnar Holder. So running the ball up the middle, nothing doing there but a short gain on the play. Good job by the Falcon defense. Going to take the ball out to the 37-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 2, 3rd down and 4. Now, Gunnar Holder, last year, this Hennessy Eagle team had a D1 quarterback running their offense. They were 7-4. This team was playoff bound, got beat by by Chandler last year in the opening round. And a lot of those players graduated, passes incomplete on the field of play right now, intended for Weston. So it's going to be 4th down now, and the Eagles are going to punt the ball away. But what happens so many times is in high school sports now, coaches leave. So Mark Cox is the new coach for the Hennessy Eagles, but they lost their head coach. The DC is still in place, and they lost 2 D1 players going to school last year. So it has had a tremendous effect as they've tried to install a new offense. High snap. The kick is away. Takes a bounce, and the ball's running around on the ground, and the Falcons did not cover it as it hits the foot of Xavier Thompson, who didn't secure the ball, and it's going to be recovered by Kevin Trillo. And it's going to be Hennessy football inside the 30-yard line at the 28-yard line. Not what you want if you're Darwin Franklin. The ball basically ricocheted right off the foot of Xavier Thompson, who was running. The ball took a bounce and rolled around a little bit, but he was not able to corral it. But he thought it was going to bounce up. It never did. It ricocheted off his leg. And now it is going to be Hennessy football, Falcon 28-yard line. Holder is going to swing the ball out high, and before things get out started, the play is blown dead. And it's a timeout being called by the Eagles. So the Eagles are going to call the first timeout of the action here as we're blown away is instantaneously here on senior night. 32 seniors will be acknowledged during halftime, and it didn't happen the way the Falcons drew it up. Eagles with back-to-back possessions will be back on the other side. The timeout in action, it's sponsored by OG&E. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
It's Macy's Friends and Family. Get ready for the holidays with an extra 30% off brands that rarely go on sale with your coupon or Macy's card. And take 15% off fragrance, skincare, makeup, and more great beauty gift ideas. Or shop specials they'll love while supplies last, now at Macy's. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply. Find something so you at Macy's Friends and Family.
Back to live action. Here we go. The Eagles come set with 3 receivers, twins to the left side, single back formation. Gunnar Holder has Zach Tillman in his hip pocket to his right. The Falcons show blitz. Here come the Falcons. Going to throw it, screen pass. And he's going to get the ball inside the 20-yard line. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be close to an Eagles first down. And they're going to say it's a gain of 9 down to the 19-yard line. So a screen pass there down to the 19-yard line. Good play call against the blitz there, against the Falcon blitz. So second down and about 1. Or they're going to go ahead and give it to him. They're saying it's a first down. So they're changing that on the action comes set. Under center right now is Holder. Holder is going to hand the ball off right up the middle. Nothing doing there. Short gain on the play as Zach Tillman with the carry. Zach's going to carry the ball inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. So it will be second down and about, second down and about 8 yards to go, maybe 7 yards to go from the spot. All right, going to work right now. 2 receivers split. Make that 3 receivers. Twins on the right. Holder under center. Faking it. Going to roll to the left side. Looking. Pressure. Unloads. And too much heat on the Gunnar Holder pass. Intended for number 33, Jacob Johns. Pass incomplete. Is going to be third down now. So third down and 7, 9:44 to go, 0-0 is the score. The Hennessy Eagles were gifted as the Falcons gave them the 2 back-to-back possessions. The Falcons stopped them on the initial. Then on the punt, it bounces off the foot of Xavier Thompson, and the Eagles recover. 3 receivers. Ball is snapped. Looking left, going to throw it into the end zone, and the pass is going to be caught in the end zone for a touchdown by Weston Smith. Striking from 16 yards out. He beats the coverage on the outside to get the touchdown there, and the Eagles are going to get on the board first and lead 6-0, 9:39 to go. So the Falcons got to warm up a little bit. Right now it's a little cold. Temperatures in one of the coldest nights of the year. All right, 20 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to shift positions. The Eagles are doing what is basically having 2 sets of groups on the offensive line. Looks like they could be setting up a 2-point conversion play, but now they reline up with 4 seconds and a traditional extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Eagles score first tonight, catching the Falcons off guard with that opportunity that the Falcons gave to them. We'll be back on the other side. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Hey yo city, it's David 3. In celebration of the new school year, the Hair Cafe College wants to help you. Enroll in barbering, cosmetology, manicuring, and aesthetics and receive $500 off your tuition for the month of September. Set your own class schedule, no waiting list. Start today with a deposit of only $250. It's your time to become your own boss. Call now, 405-681-3838, and enroll in the Hair Cafe College.
Welcome back to Millwood football on a Friday night, and the Eagles get on the board first. What's going on? The Falcons gifting them early this year, getting them a touchdown. The Eagles are winless on the year, haven't won in almost a year, but right now they're off to a really good start. And as far as them being competitive, we'll talk about that in just a moment, but 4 plays, 27 yards, and 7 points on the board with 9:39 to go. Kickoff is away, and Xavier Thompson drifts back and gets the ball inside the 5-yard line and is going to fall down making the catch inside the 5. It's going to be fielded at the 3, make that the 4-yard line is what it looks like. Xavier Thompson had to go back to get it. So I want to make sure I got it spotted right, but it is the 3-yard line. I mean, he went all the way back there to get it, was not able to return it at all. So we're talking about 97 yards away for a touchdown for the Falcons on their first possession. Here we go to work. See what the Falcons got stored up tonight. So 3 receivers. Keys is the H-back, sitting right behind the tight end. Going to fake it, get the ball to Keys. Keys on the reverse, going to take the ball beyond the 10-yard line out to the 12, or maybe the 13. Looks like it's enough for a first down. Are they going to mark it short? The officials finally give it to Keys. They're being a little slow on whether they're going to give it to him, but they're going to give him a Sunbeam Family Service first down at the 13-yard line. It's a good run by Anthony Keys. 10-yard gain to get the Falcons started. Here we go. So now, going to fling the ball to the outside. Going up high to make the reception is Jaden Nickens at the 21-yard line. Falcons getting it in chunks right now. Nice pass there by C.J. Turnbull, getting the ball in the hands of Jaden Nickens. Gain of 7 on the play. Second down and what will be 3 yards to go. Falcons come set. 4 receivers. 2 sets stacked behind each other. Single back, Lamar Davis in the backfield. CJ's going to put it up. Looks right, throws the ball deep. Got a receiver open on the outside. Xavier Thompson off his fingertips. He dropped it. Incomplete pass intended for Xavier Thompson on the outside. Can't believe he missed that one. Xavier Thompson got to get his hands warmed up. 3 plays. Xavier is a young man who is extremely talented and can basically get back at any time. But you got to get his hands warm. They're kind of being his worst enemy, if you will, right now. 8:30 to go, 14 seconds on the play clock. Falcons coming set right now. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Hip pocket to the right. Lamar Davis. Falcons going to get the ball to the outside. Davis at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. Still on his feet at the 50. He's into Hennessy territory. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. But there's a flag back here at the 20-yard line. Got to see if it'll stand. But the way the Falcon offensive line is looking, the way the Falcons are looking, they're back here at the 25-yard line. Looks every bit that it's coming back. Got to see what the call is here. Oh, the touchdown. Okay. The touchdown will stand. So the touchdown is good. It's a sideline warning against the Falcons there. So the touchdown will stand as Lamar Davis gets a big run, taking it to the house. Excellent job by them. Yeah, I got to strike up the band. Even the band was late on that one. So 4 plays, 97 yards for a First Security Bank touchdown run by Lamar Davis of 80 yards. So now the Falcons are going to set the ball up on the right hash mark and more than likely go for 2 here as Lamar Davis is getting ready to run the Wild Falcon. Lamar Davis set to get the offense. We got 2 receivers. Make that 3 receivers. One's just in tight, line up like a tight end. Anthony Keys is the H-back. Comes in motion to the left. Ball snapped. Davis looking, throws the ball into the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. So Hennessy still leads, although the Falcons took all the momentum back and lead by the score of 7-6. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony's.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Roll Charmin ultra strong when you drop in the beat. It cleans with way less effort on your seat. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Yeah, roll it, yeah, drop it. Okay. Charmin flows extra strong from the road. Your butt hella clean while you're sitting on the bowl. Yeah, it's all you need for that bathroom groove. Get you in and out without nothing to prove.
Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
First Security Bank touchdown. First Security Bank is a proud sponsor of Millwood Falcon Broadcast. If you're looking for a bank to help make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or business owner come true, let First Security Bank make that dream a reality. First Security Bank, a member FDIC. You can call them 405-424-4341. Falcons took all the momentum back. They just didn't get the Cupid doll to go with it. It's the equivalent of having a pound cake and got the icing on the side. They didn't get the icing from Lamar Davis on that one. Kick is away. Going to be fielded at the 24-yard line. And cutting down the returner is Xavier Thompson, slashing in there, taking his legs out. But it will be Eagle ball at the 30-yard line. So kick away by number 43 for the Falcons. Going to kick the ball inside the 25-yard line, or right around the 25-yard line. Return once again to the 30, so a 5-yard return on the play, or maybe just a couple. Ball is snapped, trying to do a little reverse on the play, and good job by the Falcon defense hunting it down and taking him down. David Gonzalez tried to get around the corner there, nothing doing there for him on that one. So it will be second down after a loss on the play. So going to be a loss of 3 on the play, setting up ball back to the 27-yard line. So second down and 13 now for the Eagles. 4 receivers split, single back formation. And Falcons are going to spot them 5 by jumping off sides. Demarius Adams jumped across the line there, so it's going to help the Eagles here get back some of the real estate they lost. Offside penalty is going to move the ball out to the 32-yard line. They're going to wind the clock. 7-6 is the score. Eagles on top. 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Gunner holder in shotgun formation. Ball snapped. He looks right, or looks left. He's going to fire it to Weston Smith, and Weston Smith is going to be brought down after a short gain on the play. After a gain of what will be 4 yards out to the 36-yard line. Great open field tackle on Smith on that one. Looked like a wrestler out there, a little WWE action out there. For those old school folks, that's called the power bomb. Shout out Joe Corleone on that one. First one to put that on radio. Going to work right now. 3rd down and what will be 4 yards to go. Ball snapped. Gunner looks right this time, feeling pressure. Falcon defense comes up and mashes him. He's going to get a short gain on the play, maybe out to the 38-yard line. And really what happened on that one, and you can tell that that's kind of the sign of a young quarterback. When the Falcon pass rush, he was outside the pocket. He had receivers open. But he saw that wall of Falcons coming his way. His eyes came down, and he just instantly ended up eating the football there. So it looks like the Eagles are willing to go for it here, at least initially, with 6 minutes to go. Falcons are not in punt. They're shifting, trying to get the Falcons to drop off sides. Gunner is going to fire the ball to the outside and making near interception there for the Falcons. Terrence Taffy almost making the play there, but that pass is incomplete. Turnover on downs, and it's officially Falcon football. .548 to go in the first quarter. The Falcons looking to get back and take the lead on this possession. Kind of surprised there that Mark Cox went for it for the Eagles right there, especially since you had the lead. So the Falcons are coming set right now. They have not started the play clock. They just did it now. Falcons are a little confused on personnel. So Jamarian Franklin just checked in. So 1st and 10 now from the 38-yard line. 3 receivers, single back formation, and going to put it up. CJ steps left, fires into the flat. Pass is going to be caught by the tight end, Jamarian Franklin, who just checked in the game late. But the coach, he'll tell the coach, I came in right on time, right, Coach? So nice job there by Jamarian Franklin, getting a Sunbeam Family Service first down at the 20-yard line, a gain of 18. So nice job for the Falcons there. Coming set. We've got double tight end, 2 receivers. Davis in the backfield next to CJ. They're going to swing it out to Xavier Thompson in the flat. He dances, makes 1 man miss, 2 man, and the second man brings him down. Going to mark him down with the loss that time. Xavier looks like he's feeling a little stinger from his shoulder on that one. So comes out. He's going to come out of the game. He's running out on his own power. But it's going to move the ball back to what will be the 23-yard line. So 2nd down and 13. So now we have the diamond formation. Coming across the formation, the H-back is Anthony Keys. Going to pitch the ball to Lamar Nitro Davis. And Davis spins inside the 20, inside the 15. It's going to be brought down. It looks to be at the 12-yard line. So Lamar Davis down to the 12, a gain of almost 11 yards on the play. Not quite enough for a first down for the Falcons, but 3rd down and 2. 4:32 to go. 7-6 is the score. Diamond formation, 2 receivers split. And before things get started, the officials are saying either, okay, so it's going to be offsides against the Eagles. So offside penalty is going to give the Falcons a first down as they move the ball inside the 12. Should be right around the 7. If I do my math correctly. So 1st and goal now for the Falcons. Another Sunbeam Family Services first down for the Falcons. Diamond formation. Lamar Davis comes out. This time they're going to give the ball to Cameron Carter, who hammers his way near the goal line. And they're going to say into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Nice job by Cameron Carter. When you talk about a change of pace back, Cameron Carter is definitely that. If you like your change of pace back to be built like a monster truck. And he did a good job of smashing right through that Eagles front line. So the Falcons are now back on top 12-7 with the First Security Bank touchdown. First Security Bank is a proud sponsor of Millwood Falcon broadcast. You need banking services. Call them, 405-424-4341. Lamar Davis gets it this time and runs right up the middle. And the Falcons convert the 2 points this time and get it on the good foot. In my James Brown voice, and the Falcons lead 14-7. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football Brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
An A-piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken's new hot and spicy wings is just $4.99. Prepped in secret spicy marinade, hand-breaded until crispy perfection. They're a delicious combination of heat and flavor. Kinda makes me want to celebrate. Hit it! Tasty, heat, tasty, heat, tasty, heat. Wings, am I right?
You're right. Grab an 8-piece of KFC's new hot and spicy wings for just $4.99. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
It's senior night, and the Falcons are back on top, 14-7. Now, I don't want to say it's a theme tonight, but the Falcons are scoring on 4 plays. 4 plays, 97-yard touchdown drive on the first touchdown. Then 4 plays, 38 yards, leading to the second touchdown. So the Falcons doing a great job tonight on the offensive side of the ball, being productive and getting production from their playmakers. All right, kick is away. Squibbly going to be picked up at the 30-yard line, returned by Zach Tillman, who will fight his way nearly to the 40-yard line that time. But nonetheless, so they're going to return the ball from the 30-yard line. That's where he got it. And they're going to say he got a gain of 10, so 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Good return. You know, return of 10 yards, and it's good. Still great field position for the Eagles overall tonight. Just a reminder, if you're listening tonight on your radio, thank you very much. But you can download the app stream by PPBC. You can listen on your mobile device. But if you want to watch it, download PPBC TV, and you can be here. 4 receivers now for the Eagles. And meeting at the mount in the backfield, the Falcons are going to knock the ball loose. It's going to be a scoop and score, folks. Into the end zone goes number 5. That is Chance Davis. The Falcons met at the mount, meaning at the mesh point. Gunnar Holder was going to hand the ball off to Zach Tillman, but the Falcon blitz timed it beautifully, got there and broke it up. So what a play as he was running backwards, fumbled and then recovered. Chance Davis, and he takes it in for a scoop and score. So the Falcons instantly turn around a 7-0, responding with 20 consecutive points. And we're 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, folks. The First Security Bank scoop and score. Lamar Davis for the 2-point conversion. He has it. Gets behind the offensive line. Their legs are churning. He's pushing, he's pushing, he's pushing. Are they going to give it to him? The officials say no. The officials say he didn't get in there. A lot of the Falcon players believe that he did. But they're going to say he got down. Two-point conversion fail on that one. But nonetheless, the Falcons lead 20-7. Sunbeam Family Services built a brighter future with children and families. You can find mental health support, become a foster parent, enroll a child in early childhood education and care, and so much more. They are located at the Edwards Early Education and Community Hope Center, located in the former Edwards Elementary School. For more information, visit sunbeamfamilyservices.org. Want to make sure we thank all our sponsors tonight for tonight's broadcast: OG&E, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wings Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. Falcons going back to action here. Now, these last few kicks have been just inside the 30-yard line. The wind is blowing, but not that strong. This one's a much better kick. Fielded inside the 20 at the 18-yard line, dancing around and then getting out to the 40-yard line again goes Weston Smith. So that one was not Weston Smith. That was Fisher on the return is what I am told. but they're going to return the ball. Now, that was Weston Smith on the return, but they're going to return the ball out to the 40-yard line. So the ball at the 40-yard line, we have an injured Eagle on the field right now. So 1st and 10 from that spot. So let me correct that. The ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line. So while we have an injury on the field, just want to go back and reiterate the Narissa Berry insurance keys to the game. Run the ball. The Falcons have done just that. Start strong, not fast. Well, the Falcons didn't certainly start fast, but they are starting strong for the first quarter. And as of this point, the Falcons on the no turnovers, well, you gave them an extra possession. So they're not doing so well on that one. Looking again at the keys to the game. Sponsored by Narissa Berry Insurance. Narissa Berry would like to help you with the best insurance coverage. Pricing for your home, automobile, and life insurance. Learn more by calling 405-547-0595. Also, while we're sitting here talking about things right now, if you notice the temperature is falling, but it is a perfect time to take care of your lawn. The injured player is able to get up and walk off under his own power. Looks like the injured player is Carson Riddle. So, would you like your home or lawn business to look green, full and healthy? This is when you start getting that green into the lawn right now, so it'll be green next year. Call the great professionals at A+ Lawn Service. Let owner Milo Wilson and his staff help take good care of you. 405-535-5139. Call for an appointment today, 405-535-5139. Now it's time to get set for live action again. Ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line. 3:54 to go, and here come the Eagles, 1st and 10. Four receivers, trips to the right side. Ball is snapped. Coming back. Gunner's going to throw it over the middle of the field. Intercepted by Cameron Carter. He's to the outside. It's going to be a pick six, folks. 10-5, touchdown, Falcons. Great job as Cameron Carter was playing in the secondary. I know the World Series started tonight, but he looked like a center fielder on that one. So Cameron Carter intercepts the pass at the 46-yard line, and then he takes it all the way for a defensive touchdown. A return of 46 yards as he took it to the house. Excellent job for Cameron Carter. Cameron Carter with his second touchdown of the night. He's got one offensive touchdown. Now he's got one defensive touchdown. Impressive. It's a First Security Bank touchdown, by the way. 3:42 to go. 26-7 is the score as it stands. And we're going to go for the extra point here for the Falcons. The kick is up, and it is no good. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the other side. It's 26-7. Falcons in control. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Darius, look who just figured out how to find my Medicare plan options. Just typed in my zip code and boom.
This is not just a search tool.
Look at you go, Mom.
This is Walgreens making it easy to find a Medicare plan with low-cost copays. During open enrollment, use Walgreens Find RX coverage to help you find the right Medicare plan for you. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Back to the good. 26-7. The Falcons have certainly heated up after the Eagles put the first 7 on the board. The Falcons have scored 26 consecutive points. Center is going to kick this ball away. Okay, so it's Joshua Strother now going to kick the ball away. corrected on that. He gets the ball down to the 15-yard line. Coming around the corner and brought down is Kevin Trillo. Going to take the ball down across the 25 to the 27-yard line. But we finally got a kick, something that we can smile about, as that kick was inside the 15-yard line. And returned to the 27. So a return of 12 yards on the play. But Joshua Estrada, having a chance to make that kick there for the Falcons. So now going to work. 4 receivers, single back formation. Gunnar Holder going to fling it to the outside. Estrada trying to get around the corner and going to be brought down as he tried to set kind of like a dig route. But there's down to the 30-yard line, but there's a flag in the backfield area here, and it looks like it's going to be against the Falcon, maybe roughing the passer. So the officials, didn't really know what they were doing there because they stopped the clock, but so we have a discussion because the penalty was thrown in the backfield area. So personal foul, roughing the passer, that's what I thought. It just took a lot longer to get the call than it was necessary, but nonetheless, it looked like it was going to be against the Falcons that time. But personal foul, roughing the passer that time. Now the question is, can we figure out where we're going to place the ball? So from the spot of the foul or from the original line of scrimmage? Or was it done after the play? That's the question. So the officials are still discussing it. So we're going to move the ball from the 30-yard line. So they're going to move the ball from the 30-yard line, and they're going to move it to the 45-yard line. It just confusion, folks, confusion. But it's cold. So the penalty actually took place way back right around the 30, but the ball is going to be moved at the conclusion of the play to the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 it will be for the Eagles from that spot. 4 receivers. Rolling left, Gunner fires the ball to the outside. The pass is going to be caught by Weston Smith. And Smith on a track meter to the end zone. Is he going to score? And he gets to the end zone for a touchdown. Weston Smith caught it on a quick slant and a sluggo route. Gets to the end zone and scores. Defense fell asleep on the backside there as they're going to score a touchdown. So on that, the Eagles now 26-13, 3:06 to go. Now the Eagles are lining up offset. They're going to come set for the extra point. Just keep marking this if you're watching at home, because when they do this, eventually they're going to try and run a 2-point play. So now Montoya for the extra point. The kick is up and good. Or is it? Okay, I didn't see them mark it, but they said it's good, folks. So we'll let it go through. And the score is 26-14. 3:06 to go, still in the first quarter. And we've already had 40 points put on the board. Some of it a little bit surprising, but there is talent on this Eagle team. They just have not been able to put it together, and the Falcons have been able to withstand it overall so far. But the Falcons are going to have to continue to put the pressure on them if they want to go ahead and get this win the way that they would like to tonight. Because as it stands, with 3:06 to go, 26-14, 40 points, man, it's been an impressive night of fireworks on a chilly night. So it looks like the teams are getting ready to go ahead and kick the ball off, or is there a timeout on the field? All right, we're getting set now for the kickoff. The Falcons are going to go ahead and, the Eagles are going to go ahead and kick this ball off. And remember, The scoring in this game, the Falcons had scored 26 consecutive points before Hennessy got back on the board. So going to work right now, 3:06 to go. And we're going to see here if Weston Smith is going to kick the ball off, or it's probably going to be Montoya. Back to receive the ball deep is Xavier Thompson. And the Falcons will get a chance to see if he can get going. Xavier left a little bit earlier with that favoring his right shoulder a bit. But when it's all said and done, he came back out. He plays football. That's what he does. So they have not started the play clock yet, and I'm really not sure as to why. Okay, they started it now. So the coach in the box is in the house, folks. And they're going to try and run an onside kick, and the Eagles said they got it.
Yep.
Kind of stayed bunched up and then ran and then kicked the ball, and just everybody in a scramble drill. So the onside kick is successful. But Coach Franklin seems to be asking his guys to be watching, because I guess he was anticipating that a little bit. But, Gary, that time the Eagles executed that one.
Yeah, that was real sneaky. You know, they stood on the ball like a covey of quail. They kicked it. And then I don't see how they didn't touch it before it went 10 yards, because they were all around the ball. A Falcon really didn't have a chance to get to it.
So the ball at the 49-yard line of the Falcons, and it's going to end up being an onside kick. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles, who've got 2 possessions tonight. Gunner's going to throw it to the outside, and no one was looking as that pressure came from the backside, and great outside pressure completed or put on by Demarius Adams as Holder unleashed it. Arm was hit, released it high, 2nd down.
Yeah, that was an all-out blitz by the Falcons. Perfect time to dial it up. One of the things that you can do is when you have a major momentum shift where you get an onside kick and then they want to come out and pass it, a big play defensively is exactly what you need. And that's exactly what the coaching staff dialed up for the Falcons.
All right, coming to work now. We've got 3 receivers. Make correction, or one of them's checking out.
Yeah, they broke the huddle with too many players. I don't know how that's not a penalty, Mo.
So they're going to get the ball snapped and going to try and get it on a running play, but this time the Falcons were not fooled at all. Going to be a loss of maybe a yard back to midfield. So going to work, 3rd down and 11.
Did you notice that? They broke the huddle and they had a player run off to the sideline.
Well, I don't see, again, the Eagles haven't been doing a traditional huddle on every play, so I don't know if the officials got caught sleepwalking that time.
They got caught, yes. They got caught. You can't break the huddle with 12.
So 3 receivers, twins to the left side. Gunnar Holder waiting on the ball. Weston Smith comes in motion across the field. High.
Ooh.
Pass incompleted, nearly intercepted by Zaire Fisher on the play. So 4th down now.
Yeah, that was actually a good try by Zaire. Let me say this, you know, that pressure from the linebackers, Cameron Carter was kind of rotating back and forth from the Mike position, looking to find a gap to try to get through. They were fortunate enough to get right into the face of the Hennessy quarterback and altered the throw.
All right, so they're going to punt the ball away, and let's see if this time Xavier is a little bit more gamed for this. The ball bounced funny last time, hit him on the shoe, and the Eagles recovered it.
Good snap by the Eagles, long snapper.
Kick is up in the air, and this one's going to take and go straight out of bounds, but Zaire was far enough away from this one. So the punt is going to have itself spotted inside the 20, I'm going to say at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10, Millwood.
Yeah, smart play by Hennessy. You know, they actually directionally kicked that ball away from Xavier. I wouldn't kick it to him either.
Well, they normally you wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't get that boy's dangerous.
Well, they did, but Xavier turned the ball over.
Oh, well.
So I mean, when you have that happen, you can play with that fire if you want to, and eventually that match you strike it.
Yeah, he's gonna burn you.
So now
there's enough film on him.
Going to work now. 4 receivers, and the officials have stopped the clock here or blow the play dead. Back judge is not in place. So I'm not sure quite what the discussion is. Mark Cox is talking about something, but I don't know exactly what the issue is right now. All right, so it looks like we're set to play. 2:04 to go. 40 points in the first quarter, folks. That's not a misprint. Throwing the ball to the outside, Jaden Nickens on the reception at the 25-yard line. Going to be brought down at the 26. So Jaden Nickens getting his first true touch of the night. Gain of almost 9 yards on the play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just kind of looking at that route that Jay Nick ran. So Hennessy is in a cover 2 shell, so the nearest defender is about 12 yards off Jay Nickens. Probably could have ran that route just a little bit deeper.
And before things get started, 1:32 to go on the clock, and the Eagles are calling for time. That is the second timeout of the first half for the Eagles.
Mo, let me ask you a question. What do you think about this gray?
The gray.
The gray uniform.
The gray uniforms are, to me, that's just a great alternate for the Falcons. Again, when you got the blue M on the field, give you something different to look at.
I like it. I think it's pretty sporty. I really like the look of it. And, and I like the color combinations that you can get with it. I just thought I'd break that out for folks who might not be,
for aesthetically looking, when you have the blue field, and again, now the lines are not painted in blue, but the blue M on the field, it gives you a different accent and look tonight.
Matches the helmet, and I like it. I like it a lot.
So it does some good things. This is an OG&E timeout on the field right now. But 40 points. Falcons had scored points every time they touched the ball. The Falcons have 2 defensive touchdowns in the first quarter and 2 offensive possession touchdowns. So, to me, this is a game tonight, Gary, where the Falcons are in need of getting points. Yeah. They need points. They need district points in a big-time way because the Falcons rank 10th in all the teams that are undefeated in Class 2A. There are 11 of them. They rank 10th in terms of total points.
Yeah.
So that would mean only maybe 1 playoff home game.
Right.
So
right.
you need to really stack some points going on here.
Try to move up to where they can get a home, maybe a 2 at home before they go out.
Right. There's 5 teams with 75 points that are undefeated in district play. 11 teams that are undefeated in district, not overall.
Yeah.
But Class 2A is really sharp at the top.
Yeah. Got a lot of teams too.
So now going to work now. Okay, we're now set for play. 1:32 to go, 26-14. CJ looks right, fires it outside, has a receiver open. It's Chance Davis, and Bubba is going to make the catch in Eagle territory inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good adjustment by Chance on the route. He was really had the defensive back beat by a couple of steps. Ball was left a little bit short to the outside. He came back, made a great adjustment, caught it falling down.
Great job by Chance Davis on the catch there. So you're talking about a pass play there, Gary, of 35 yards on that one.
And Chance hadn't been playing football. This is his first year out as a Falcons wide receiver.
CJ receiving pressure, rolls to the left side, going to fire it to the outside, and it looks like that pass is incomplete, intended for Donovan Knight.
Yeah. It's a little difficult to roll out under pressure. Have you ever seen, Mo, when quarterbacks run and when they get ready to throw the ball, they lift their upper body in rotation and kind of almost slightly hop a little bit? That's kind of what he's missing as he's trying to throw against his body in that way. You really got to get those hips and shoulders around and rotate the ball.
4 receivers now. Keys in the backfield. Ball is snapped. And this time, Xavier Thompson coming across on the jet sweep.
There he is.
At the 30.
There he is. There he
the
is.
crease at the 15. And going to be brought down inside the 10, right about the 7-yard line.
X strikes again.
So Xavier Thompson getting his feel-good play that's going to get him started. It's going to be a Sunbeam Family Services first down. And they're going to spot him officially at the 7-yard line. First and goal, Falcons.
Just got a text from Superintendent. She says there's 96 teams in Class 2A. 96 teams.
There's a ton of them.
And
I'm saying, so the Falcons need points in the biggest way to get to where they need to go. 4 receivers. And CJ's
Fade
going to
route.
throw a fade route to the end zone. And in the end zone.
Touchdown. Oh, they got a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
They haven't declared touchdown yet.
So into the body of Jaden Nickens. Now, did he make the catch? I didn't see them. No, so they said, okay, no.
They said no catch?
Pass is incomplete, but it will be pass interference, at least, or illegal contact. Let's see what the hat call is. And it is pass interference against Hennessy. So they're going to move the ball inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. And it will be first. Is it going to be first down? Or should we remain?
Yes, it says first down on the sticks.
So now to work, trying to get the ball into the end zone. Falcons are going to get a step closer, but they're going to be denied right outside the goal. Anthony Keys with the carry.
Did you notice they changed out the quarterbacks? That was Woods at quarterback on that play.
So Keys down to the 1.
No relation.
And now, so Josiah Woods under center.
No, Coach Franklin burned the timeout.
Coach Franklin's called a timeout. Again, someone wasn't lined up.
Yep.
When he comes to the field without his helmet on, his hat or his headphones, means someone was not doing it. Now, it is the end of the first quarter. So we're going to move to the other end, and we'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
An A-piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken's new hot and spicy wings is just $4.99. Prepped in secret spicy marinade, hand-breaded until crispy perfection. They're a delicious combination of heat and flavor. Kinda makes me want to celebrate. Hit it! Tasty, heat, tasty, heat, tasty, heat. Wings, am I right?
You're right. Grab an 8-piece of KFC's new hot and spicy wings for just $4.99. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
All right, back to the good and back inside the pit. The Falcons are looking to score on their third offensive possession of the night. And Cameron Carter, who already has 1 touchdown, looks like he's going for more. Trying to get that first Security Bank touchdown. Falcons, full house backfield. Ball's going to be handed off
to the
and
fullback.
into the end zone. It's going to be a Falcon touchdown. Is that Keys who got in there?
Yep.
Anthony Keys with the touchdown for the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, that true freshman's actually been a nice contributor for the Falcons this year.
32-14. One of the things Coach Franklin was talking about, they have 1 starter out on the offensive line, but, you know, to me tonight, Gary, the Narissa Berry Insurance keys to the game was run the ball, start strong, not fast, and no turnovers. Kind of get them a negative mark on the turnovers so far, but the run the ball, the Falcons are doing just that.
And you know something, Mo, that's really important. Did we get through the uprights? No good.
Kick is no good by Estrada.
Kind of lost it in the shadows of that end zone, of that south end zone. But, yeah, no, the offensive line hasn't been healthy all year. And so for them to have everyone back but one is a significant improvement over the way they started the season and, quite honestly, throughout. I mean, they've had COVID, they've had injuries. I mean, you name it, they've suffered on the offensive line.
And that's kind of what has led this Falcons to have the perception is they're not as good as years past or not as strong as years past, but they've been really dealing with the consistent injuries and those issues. So a lot of folks think that the Falcons are kind of down this year, and that's actually not the case. Or it hasn't been proven, considering that you have not had a full healthy roster all year long.
Yeah. No, to not be healthy, and that happens some years. And if you have it at a small school, that really does have an impact on you because you're sharing players. right? You got two. You're sharing on players on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. So when you go down one lineman, that's another guy that's not giving you depth on the defensive line as well.
Right. So going to work now. 11:58 to go before the end of the first half. And Senor is going to kick this away. Still waiting. Okay, they finally blew the ball in action. And the kick, high end over end, going to be fielded at the 20-yard line.
Oh.
And a nice return by Trillo, who's going to return the ball out to what will be the 30-yard line. So nice job that time by the Falcons, just trying to get the ball, getting.
Yeah, it was a good tackle by Tyshawn Bruford. He did it.
So the ball's at the 34-yard line, so let me make sure it's a return of 14 yards. And I know everybody's looking at, this Hennessy team, 0-8. And, Gary, you and I were in Hennessy last year when they had the coach's son who was a D1 prospect last year.
Mm-hmm.
The team went 7-4. They were extremely talented.
Mm-hmm.
And you lose the coach, you use the players, and you put in a new system. And the pass that just now from from Gunnar Holder is incomplete. Then you got the Chisholm quarterback, Gunnar Holder, now coming over to Hennessy as the starting quarterback. I mean, it's like the transfer portal, man.
Yeah, well, it's going to get even livelier.
So
in the future, there's going to be some announcements made concerning that sort of thing that's going to be pretty shocking.
So now going to work, one tight end, 3 receivers. Coming across, going to hand the ball off in the middle of the backfield and meeting him at the mount. Great tackle there by Yaqua Johnson. So he did a great job on that one, down for a loss of 1 on the play.
Did you notice that defensive adjustment? The Falcons defensively are going with a 3-safety look. That's a little bit of a spinoff from that 3-3 sort of 5 look that Iowa State implemented. Now Oklahoma State runs that same defense. Pretty interesting. That's typically a defense that you run against teams that are heavy RPO teams.
Going to work now, going to throw the ball. Holder's going to throw it to the outside, and the pass is going to be caught. And getting back. Good tackle on the outside. Yeah. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
Was that Chance Bubba Davis? Yeah, it was on the tackle.
So Chance Davis with the tackle. Chance already has a scoop and score tonight. So it's going to be 4th down. They're going to actually spot the ball for a gain of 1.
It's not every day.
3rd down and 10.
It's not every day you look out across the field and see a 6'3" corner. But, hey, it's encouraging. It just kind of shows you the athletic ability of these players. And then, of course, when you sit and look at someone like Jamarion Franklin, he's a 6'2" corner himself.
Kick is away by Montoya. Montoya's kick.
It touched the Falcon.
And it's going to be down. Let's see who it actually touched.
They didn't call it.
They didn't call it, so at this point it will be Falcon football on the Hennessy side of the field. Surprised the Hennessy coaches are not talking about that. But anyway.
It was so far this way they probably couldn't tell. But it definitely looked like it hit a Falcon on its way down.
So the ball will be spotted at the Hennessy 48-yard line. No return on the play. So the Falcons in excellent field position now. Diamond formation, 2 receivers split. Score 32-14 right now. Falcons looking for more. 5 seconds on the clock. Falcons need to stop it. Ball is snapped. And then they're going to throw it. Deep pass to the outside to Nickens. And there should be a flag on the play. And it comes in from the back, Judge.
Hey, you know what? That was a good throw. I mean, it was just out of the outstretched arms of Jaden Nickens. However, smart play by the defensive back. He was beat. And he jumped out and pretty much tackled Jaden Nickens. And, the old adage is you give up 15 before you give up 6.
Right. So with that being said, it will be a pass interference penalty. Or that's what it leads us to believe.
Offsetting penalties.
So it's offsetting penalties.
Yeah, they got a holding on the Falcons.
So there were multiple flags on the play. I guess one got stuck in the official's pocket. 10-12 to go in the first half. So the Falcons reline up in the diamond formation. It will be first down and 10. 10-12 to go in the first half. 32 seniors will be recognized at senior night. CJ fumbles a little bit, and they go to the fade route again.
Oh, right off the fingers of Xavier Thompson.
And the pass is incomplete that time.
I mean, he just missed that ball off the tip of his fingers.
And tonight, like I said, Xavier's hands have been cold tonight. He's had a couple of opportunities, haven't been able to cash it, but we know that he is capable at any time.
Yeah. You know, a little coaching point is, Xavier kind of like had his arms in, hands flat. When you catch a ball over the shoulder, you're supposed to outstretch your arms, elbows in, fingers back towards you so that when the ball hits, it rolls into your body.
Deep pass again to Chance Davis.
And Bubba couldn't bring one in.
So that pass is incomplete. The Falcons are taking shots, fireworks on Friday night, folks.
I know. Jaden Nickens ran a 9 route. Xavier Thompson ran the 9 route. Chance Bubba Davis ran the 9 route against the defensive back here. This young man, number 1 for Hennessy, what is his name? It's worthy of calling it out.
Carson Riddle.
Carson Riddle. Yeah. He started to get some confidence.
So, diamond formation again. 2 receivers split. Ball snaps. CJ's going to go for it again. Pump fakes. Fires across the other side of the field. Hitting for Xavier Thompson. That time, contact flag, at least in the secondary by the back judge.
Yeah.
That one should be a true pass interference.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the young man switched sides and went over to the far side of the field. They went right back at him again.
Trying to catch him napping.
Yeah, he's tired now. He's tired now, Mo. I mean,
3 9 routes.
They ran 4 9 routes at him, okay?
Wherever he is,
we're going to go at him. They called it on the offense?
So they're called offensive pass interference.
Oh, wow.
And Coach Franklin is
Coach
asking.
Franklin he's disappointed in that call. He doesn't agree.
So the pass will go as incomplete and 4th down.
Oh, wow.
So even if it is, it should be 3rd down.
Now, hey, you know what? If they go,
No, because one of them was a pass interference, an offsetting penalties. So it should be 3rd down, if I'm not mistaken.
They ran 4. They ran 4 plays. So
yeah,
this
but
should be 4th
but
right
the first
here.
one was offsetting penalties.
Yeah, so it was a repeat. Oh, there's a flag. Coach Franklin is disagreeing with the back judge. The back judge is disagreeing with Coach Franklin.
Yeah, on sportsmanlike.
And he threw a flag.
But even still, the play count is wrong.
Yeah. Okay, let's rehash it.
So the
first down, offsetting penalties.
Right,
repeat
that was Jaden
first
Nickens.
down.
Right, repeat. So you
And
ran
then
3.
They ran a Xavier, they ran a Bubba, and they ran a Nick. So this is 4th down. This is 4th down right now.
Okay, so but Xavier only got
Xavier had 2 passes thrown to him.
Okay.
Nick had 1. Bubba had 1. And it was offsetting. You had 1 offsetting. So this is 4th down right now. Now it's 4th down and 25.
So nonetheless, the penalty though against Coach Franklin, which will be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Because you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, okay, this is the time to run a 15-yard comeback. Run a precision route, break it off sharp, and that young man will probably stumble downfield about 5 or 10 yards before he realizes the route's been ran on him.
Okay, so the unsportsmanlike conduct is going to move the ball back onto the Millwood side of the field, and they're going to spot it at what? Is that the 37? Yes, at the 37.
Yeah.
So, wow. So it will be 3rd down, 4th down now and 25. So now Falcons are going to punt this ball away. Zaire Fisher's going to kick it back to receive it. Looks like back there is Weston Smith. 9:50 to go. The worst thing about the passes is it stops the clock. So the Falcons are up 32-14. They're in complete control, so there's not anything negative going on here. Ball is snapped. Zaire going to kick the ball. Low kick, lucky to get it off. And it's going to take at least a slight Falcon roll, and we'll be down inside the Eagle 40, maybe the 39-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad punt. Not a bad punt at all.
So Zaire kicks it away. No return, as the ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line for the Eagles. So when it comes to kicks, for the most part, it ends up being a 24-yard punt. But he was lucky to get it off, Gary, because, again, there was some Eagles had gotten back in the secondary here.
That's when Zaire needs to take a little acting lesson, because I'm sure that some people bumped into him.
Somebody.
I mean, they had like 6 guys back there.
So now, going to work. Under center is Gunnar Holder. And waiting on the official to blow it. Okay, so we're now back to live action now. Here we go. Falcons look like they're bringing blitz from the right side, bringing pressure, I should say. Ball snap, they're going to swing it to the outside to Weston Smith. And it's going to be a double pass. Has a receiver open, and it's going to be caught by number 33, Jacob Johns. And Johns is going to be tackled inside the 15-yard line or right at the 15-yard line.
Wow.
Double pass.
Yeah, that was a very well executed play. Lined up trips right, trips left. Through the hitch route, he took steps as if he was going to advance the ball. He was still behind the line of scrimmage and just pulled up and threw a little go route down the sideline, and he was wide open. Thank goodness that we got a lot of fast guys on the team, or he probably would have scored.
46-yard reception on the play. So now 3 receivers, twins to the right. Inside slot comes in motion. Going to hand the ball off right up the middle. Short gain on the play. That time by number 17, Zach Tillman.
Flag down.
The flag comes in at the conclusion of the play. I'm going to stop the clock. If it stands, the ball is at the 11-yard line. Is it coming back? Holding is the penalty against Hennessy. With holding penalty, going to get them backing up a little bit here. Should move the ball. Okay, we're waiting on the ball to be moved.
Yeah, it should come back to
the 25.
25, yeah.
So going to move it to the 25. All right, good. I like it when his math and my math match up.
I know, we mathing.
So first down and 20 from the 25-yard line. 9:02 to go. All right, going to work right now. 3 receivers. Twins to the left. Tillman in the backfield. Weston Smith comes in motion across the formation, sits up on the right side. And the pass was deflected by Chance Davis. Had he spun his head around a little bit quicker, he had almost had a chance to might have had a chance to intercept that.
Yeah, the ball got on him a little faster than he realized, and if he would have saw it coming, it would have probably gone the other way for 6.
Second down and 25. Second down and 20 from the 25-yard line. Eagles huddling up. So we have 3 receivers. Twins to the right. Ball is snapped. And going to throw it. Slip screen. Pass is complete. Weston Smith is still on his feet. Going to finally be brought down inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. Pass of 9 yards.
That was a well-executed play. I mean, they had that set up nicely. It was there. Hennessy's lineman was a little bit slow getting up the field to get blocks, but, the Falcons recovered nicely and was able to minimize the damage. 3rd down, 11.
Under 8.5 to go. 32-14 is the score. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call this evening. 3 receivers, twins to the right. Ball is snapped. Drops back, rolling right.
Blitz.
Pressure. It throws it into the end zone, and the ball dies short. Good job on the outside there, forcing by Michael Green, who did a good job with his position to keep that receiver from being in a spot to catch that ball, Gary.
Yeah, he actually did a good job of what we call stacking the wide receiver and just kind of rode him right out of bounds.
So 8:06 to go. 4th down and 11. And so now they're going to have Montoya attempt what will be a 34-yard attempt.
Good snap.
And Montoya has the leg.
Oh, my goodness.
Did he put it on?
No, he hit the Falcon almost.
I mean,
wow.
So Montoya.
Wow. Let me say this. Let me draw a circle around his name.
Montoya, number 11.
Langston need a kicker. We're gonna miss. Is he a senior? Octavio.
Octavio Resendez? No, he's a sophomore.
He's a
sophomore or junior.
Well, we still need to. I'm gonna tell Coach about him tomorrow. There's a field goal kicker in Hennessy, Coach.
Yeah, Luis Montoya.
His name is Luis Montoya. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So with that field goal attempt, that 34-yarder, it's 17-32. And regardless of how we know Millwood is in complete control of this, number 11.
Thank you.
In complete control, the key thing to understand here is you got to put some more points on the board if you're the Falcons.
Yes, you
got to get the offense in gear. And as far as the defense goes, the defense has been good. It just hasn't been great tonight.
Right.
I mean, it's been one of those nights where the Falcons have answered the bell, and you know that they're in the game. That you got 2 defensive touchdowns. I mean, so it's hard to be negative about any of that. But the point is that onside kick, special teams got caught.
Yeah.
Ball ricocheting off. I mean, you can take literally on this field itself, you can take the 3 points is all Hennessy should have tonight on the board.
Right.
At this point. So 8:06 to go. So they might try one. Do you think they're going to go to the well again, Gary?
I don't think so. I think he's going to kick it deep.
And Montoya puts it up. Caught by Nickens at the 21-yard line. Nickens trying to get to the edge. Nickens at the 40. Nickens hesitated. Had he kept his speed.
Flag came in.
And a flag comes in back at the 31-yard line. But had he kept his speed, Gary, and burst through the gap, he'd still be running.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, oftentimes we look at young players and we think that they just automatically kind of get it. But, you have to be taught how to accelerate, how to finish off runs. Jaden actually caught that high onside kick, and it was like he hesitated when he caught it. He kind of stood there for a moment, and that's just experience. The more and more he's put in that position, the more and more he'll instinctually develop, and have a sense for the game where he, has a sense of urgency. He automatically reacts. He understands that you accelerate through gaps, you accelerate to, when you're about to make contact for tackles. And so that's just a part of the maturing process.
So it will go down as a return to the 30-yard line, in which a penalty comes into play against the offense for a block in the back. And it moved the ball back to the 21-yard line. And now Lamar Davis trying to break free. High tackles. I never liked those, Gary.
Yeah. Those high grabby tackles.
Yeah, I never liked those because, one bad situation, it could end up being ugly for you.
Mm-hmm. No, we always teach them, you want to use your shoulder pads and helmet. You want to use that Rydell, and you want to hit center mass. Wrap up, get the guy to the ground.
So now going to work. Ball is snapped, and pressure. CJ eludes the first defender, and great pressure on the outside. Good job by Weston Smith keeping the ball out of the hands of Chance Davis on that one.
Yeah, he did a good job of staying on top of Xavier Thompson, got his hands in there at the last minute and deflected the pass.
So the ball is officially at the 20-yard line. We had a loss of 1 by Lamar Davis. So 3rd down and 11 for the Falcons, under 7 to go. And the Falcons need to try and convert this. We have 4 receivers. Single back. Davis in the backfield. Now Xavier Thompson comes in motion. CJ
got a blitz.
He's going to fling it out there. And Xavier with a ton of space. He's at the 30, makes one man miss and dances out at the 35-yard line.
Hey.
It will be for a Sunbeam Family Services first down at the 33-yard line. Nice job by Xavier Thompson accelerating and putting the pressure on the defense.
Yeah, that was actually – and it was a check down play, Mo. I mean, he looked downfield and he had pressure on him, and Xavier was just there after crossing him in motion, turned around, checked the ball down nicely. Xavier made a good play.
But he made himself available.
Yes, he did.
CJ on that one. 4 receivers, 6:54 to go. Ball is snapped.
Count on inside.
Nice job by Nitro. Lamar Davis taking the ball out to the 30 or 45-yard line, close to a first down, gain of 9.
Yeah, now the Falcons are starting to get a little bit of momentum. And, you know, Lamar Davis, I like that young man. He's just a sophomore, you know, and he's going to be a guy who's going to come back next year even better. And he's showing a lot of good bursts, a lot of explosion. He has some nifty little moves, a jump skip and a couple of shakes. He's going to be an exciting player in the future for us.
Going to work now. Ball is snapped. CJ looks right.
Screenplay
to Lamar Davis. Davis has some daylight. He's at the 50. Comes inside and hammers his way. But he burst and accelerated through contact. Is going to take the ball down to the Hennessy Eagle 41-yard line. It's going to be another first down, Sunbeam Family Service first down for the Falcons.
Yeah, no, that was actually a very nice run and catch by Lamar off the screen.
So Lamar Davis takes it down to what will be the 42-yard line. Make that the 41 of the Eagles. To work again. CJ's going to fling it to the outside. High pass. Pass intended for Jaden Nickens. Incomplete.
Yeah, CJ needs to get his feet set. He threw the ball exactly where his feet took him. But, you know, what made that play even have a chance was the fact that the freshman, number 22, Anthony Keys, he did an excellent job of picking up the blitz from the outside.
32-17. It's 5:52 to go before the end of the first half. Going to get an A-plus lawn service time check in just a second here. 4 receivers. Ball is snapped.
Jet sweep.
Jet sweep to Donovan Knight. He comes around at the 40, 35-yard line before he's finally brought down at the 34. So nice jet sweep for Donovan Knight.
Yeah, gain of 9.
So Donovan Knight takes it down, and they're going to mark him down at the 34. So gain of 6
or 7. Okay.
6 or 7 yards on the play. So 3rd down and what will be 3 yards. And this is an important drive for the Falcons. It reestablishes your identity in the game on the offensive side of the ball and gives you all the lady momentum points you can get, Gary.
Yeah. You know, and I also like how methodical they're being right now. They're being very, very sure of what it is that they're doing, executing.
All right, going to work right now. Nice job of making the first man miss. Anthony Keys got the keys.
Hard run.
Let's say who got the keys to the Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Keys takes it inside the 30-yard line down to the 26. Another Sunbeam Family Services first down. Nice job by Anthony Keys.
He broke about 2 or 3 tackles, made some nice little cuts, and, you know, again, just a freshman. He's another one of these future players that's going to make a big difference for our program.
So it looks like the ball's at the 26-yard line. And now CJ's going to fling it out to Jaden Nickens. Pass incomplete. Too much air up underneath that one. That one he didn't come balanced.
No, he didn't. He didn't get his hips around, didn't get his shoulders around, didn't transfer his weight. He's just floating these balls out there. You know, he has to follow through. He needs to follow through on his throws, and it starts with those basic mechanics.
4:38 to go. 25 seconds on the play clock. Reminder, coming up at halftime, you'll get a chance to hear the 32 seniors are going to be recognized.
All sports, all fall sports.
All fall sports, that's right. So we've got diamond formation, 2 receivers split, 6 seconds on the clock. This time they're going to hand it around. And coming
to the
out,
big man,
Cameron Carter, and he's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and he's still on his feet, fighting his way.
Did he get in?
And they're going to mark him down inside the 1-yard line.
Wow. Yeah, he's definitely the bull. I mean, it's like just in my mind, I was sitting there thinking rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say the big man doing it.
Yes, sir.
So nice job by Cameron Carter. First and goal. Can't wait to look at these statistics at halftime and have an idea of what the Falcons are accomplishing this time. Going to hand it to Cameron Carter this time into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. It's a first security bank touchdown for Cameron Carter. Says he took it to the bank.
The big man. I mean, he is a big man.
Cam the Bull gives the Falcons a 38-17 lead. That is his third of the night. 2 offensive touchdowns and 1 defensive touchdown. And now we have an injured Eagle on the right side of the field.
And, you know, Cameron Carter, he's just a junior at 218
right,
pounds.
I mean, we get another year of him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the pieces are there. And let's just say, and Lamar Davis, if I'm not mistaken on Lamar.
Sophomore.
So, yeah. I mean, you've got you
got a full – and the freshman is coming back. Keys is coming back. He's a freshman. You know, so it's like, yeah, the cupboard is it's not bad. You got Chance Davis coming back. You have Jake Nickens coming back. I mean, C.J. Woods, a lot of members of the offensive line are going to be coming back. Plus, you got guys that are coming up.
A healthy and an experienced. And, again, the injured player is able to walk off under his own power. But this time check is 4:04, brought to you by A-Plus Lawn Services. Would you like your home lawn or your business lawn to look green? Well, you can take care of that in the full, make it full and healthy into next year. Let the professionals at A-Plus Lawn Service, owner Milo Wilson and his staff take great care of you. Call for your appointment today, 405-535-5139. Falcons are now going to go for the 2-point conversion right now.
So the Falcons are going to basically lose 6 or 7 seniors. That's it.
Right. So you're talking guys like Big Meech, but they are getting it with the young players getting some key roles right now. And Lamar tries to get in, and he
crossed the goal line.
Okay, he's just the officials
they just
slow.
didn't signal it. Yeah,
he's just slow. But the 2-point conversion is good.
No, you're right, Mo. I mean, you got all these guys coming back, and think about this: you lose 6 or 7 seniors, but you have a whole 8th grade squad. Many of them advanced players who absolutely killed people this year.
Right.
They're all coming up.
And then you've got guys like CJ who will only get better into next year.
Yep.
This is a group that you want to, regardless of whether they make the state title or not, you want to get Millwood in the mindset of this is the taste. Mm-hmm. And this is a group that's shown, and I mean, we didn't even mention on the defensive side of the ball. You mentioned Cameron Carter, but you got, Yaquab,
Yep.
You got him, Mr. Johnson, and you've got him as just a junior. He'll be a senior next year.
Yep.
So, I mean, you've got some serious hitters.
Yeah, you do.
So if this group can just gel and mesh.
Yeah. They're doing that right now.
Right. But the thing about it is when you start talking about a playoff run and things like that of this year, they've just got to minimize some mental mistakes.
Right.
And this team is fully capable of doing some great things.
And that's just a part of them growing up, right? I mean, there's a lot of young guys on this team, and you have to learn. Oh, kick went long.
Kick is at the 15-yard line, and they're going to get cut down.
Cut down. Oh, is it a fumble?
And he took a shot. Now, the returner was Mario Lopez. He got hit low, but he is really in some pain down there. But it was a good kick by Senor. And he took the ball, got it down there right around the 11, I want to say, Gary. And he was returning the ball, got around the 19-yard line, took a shot, and it was a good open field tackle.
Yeah, it was. It was clean. It's just that he probably got hit right on the shin bone or the knee, and that's always very painful.
Always. So they're going to spot the ball at the 18-yard line when it's all said and done.
They don't make football pads to cover the shin.
Well, most of these players nowadays, they think they're cute. They don't wear them as much as.
Don't even get me started on that one, Mo.
I mean, no thigh pads.
No thigh pads, no knee pads. They rolling them up to where they look like shorts. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, and I said all I remember was, hey, man, I took a helmet when I was playing in high school to the knee, and the guy said the only reason why I didn't have a thigh contusion was because I had that pad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I tell you what, if you in the thick of it, I'm talking about getting hit and, really, really bringing the wood.
Good job that Lopez is able to walk off under his own power.
Good deal. And you're really in there battling and you're thumping every single – you have an appreciation for those pads. And for those guys who are able to leave here and go to college and play, I can remember days, Mo, games when I was playing, and I might have made 4 tackles.
Right.
And I felt like I was in a car wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it was like I would literally, after the game, I would like, what happened to me? And I'm looking at the film like, I didn't make that many tackles this game. And I'm like, why do I feel this bad? Well, when you really get up there to where you're thumping every day, or you're getting up there where you're really, going up against guys who are heavier, bigger, stronger, faster, it takes a toll on your body.
All right, 4 minutes to go before the end of the first half. Eagles back on the field. 3 receivers, twins to the left. Inside slot receiver comes in motion. Ball is snapped. And before things get started, false start. And it is false start against the Eagles. So that false start's going to move the ball back to the 13-yard line, or they're somewhere about the 13-yard line. 1st and 15 now. Just 1 second is ticked off the clock. And we're set to go. 3 receivers, twins to the left. Inside slot comes in motion, fake. And we've got Holder rolling to the right, running out of real estate, then fires it downfield and out of bounds. Wisely done. Yeah. He had a lot of time, but he found a little bit of space over there, Gary.
Yeah, just enough to get it out of bounds.
Try to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to do that. So
yeah, he's not interested in pulling the ball down and taking off running.
Listen, let me tell you, that fumble that Lonnie Jack hit him with, either it was him or Yaquab got him. And he fumbled it, and Chance Davis picked that up. He got him at the mesh point.
Really?
He was handing it off, and Gary, he popped him. Oh, my goodness. So I don't think we're going to have to ask Gunnar Holder, does he want to keep hold of the ball?
And
he's going to throw a screen pass again on the outside here.
Oh, good tackle.
Tillman.
Good tackle by Ja'Carrion Franklin on the check down pass there.
So out to the 14, it will be a gain of 1.
Yeah, I think old Holder might have come back, go to the sideline and said, Coach, they hitting out there. They hitting. I don't know. Don't call no quarterback keepers.
Yeah, well, he has not run, and I don't really think they really want him to. It's been.
They might have called it. He might have changed the play. How about that?
Okay. All right. You got more confidence in this game than I do. 40-17 is the score. 3:12 to go. 6 seconds on the play clock. They got to snap this thing. 2,
1, false start. There it is.
And they let him.
They let him get it off. Wow.
And so now going to work. That is Weston Smith. And Smith is going to take it just shy of the 25.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 23-yard line. And the Falcons look like they're going to call time as the ball is going to be caught out to the 24. So it will be a gain of 10 on the play. But nonetheless, 4th down and about 4 or 5 yards to go. Timeout on the field. It's an OG&E timeout. So I want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for today's game. Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. You know one thing, Gary?
What's that?
I will say that not too often in the middle of a Falcon game do we talk about the broadcast for tomorrow, but it's a very interesting game.
Yes, it is.
Between Langston and Ottawa tomorrow. And I'm just going to just ask you one thing. You said it's not cold outside. You said it's not. You said it's good football weather.
Great football
How
weather.
How do you think those Arizona boys feel about this temperature right here?
You know, it gets cool at night in Arizona. So if they've been playing night games, they're probably are able to adjust to the coolness.
You sure? 40 degrees. 40.
Desert at night does get pretty cool in the fall. I mean, I was out there. You know, we were out there.
No, it has been cool, but again, I don't know. This all came up all of a sudden.
Okay.
And you're in foreign territory.
Yeah, no, it's gonna help us, especially if we've been out in it.
Kick is away. You know Q's had him out there. Under a full moon tonight. Didn't know this. Takes a Millwood bounce and will be down at the Millwood 48-yard line.
Yeah, the full moon. This is the rut moon. If anybody knows anything about deer hunting. So around Halloween every year is when the peak deer hunting happens, and you'll see if you watch the newspapers and look in on the online stuff, Instagram, Facebook, you'll start seeing a lot of trophy bucks being taken this time of year. Exactly this exact weekend. It's the beginning of the rut.
All right, 2:43 to go. That is your hunting update.
That's
we'll have
right.
to get a sponsor for that. I'll have to talk to my boss about that.
Yeah.
4 receivers, ball snap. CJ looks left, and he's going to fire it outside.
Good
That pass
catch.
looks like it's.
They said he was out of bounds.
I'm going to say he's out of bounds. Pass was nice catch by Chance Bubba Davis.
Yeah.
But it's incomplete.
Yeah, tell the salespeople to go to Outdoor Oklahoma and, you know.
Is that what needs to happen?
Yeah.
Gary has hunting updates, folks. You thought his talents just stopped at football and basketball.
I'm a Woods,
no,
man. I'm a Woods. We hunt.
Woodsman.
We hunt. We
no,
fish.
No. Woodsman.
Okay, yeah.
Full receiver.
We
Trips
hunt,
to
we
the
fish,
outside.
we do it all.
CJ steps up and loads traffic. Now he's going to pull it down and go for it. And CJ's going to run out of bounds, getting another Sunbeam Family Services first down in Eagle territory. They're going to say he ran out of bounds at about the 41.
Yeah.
So they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. Nice run there by CJ.
Yeah, that's a nice run. I mean, they had everybody. They're either bringing everybody or dropping everybody in coverage. They really don't have anyone on CJ. They don't think he's going to run, but he's very fast. He can burn you with his feet if he wants to.
4 receivers, trips to the right side, 2:30 to go, 40-17. Ball snap, CJ looks right. Screen pass, going to throw it to Lamar Nitro Davis. He's at the 30, at the 25, at the 20 before he finally gets cut down.
Nice run by Lamar. He just on the shoestring
catch.
tackle.
That was a pitch and catch.
Yeah, just on the shoestring tackle. He almost broke that one.
So the ball will be down inside the Hennessy 25 down to the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 3 receivers. That last play by Davis was a 21-yard reception. This time CJ's going to fling it to the outside. Making the catch is Jaden Nickens, and it's going to be thrown down out of bounds. That could have been a flag, and it does come in late. Because Jaden Nickens was out of bounds when he made the catch. The ball is now inside the 15. They're going to mark it at the 12-yard line, and there should be a penalty at the end of this play.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct or unnecessary roughness.
So down to the 12. So it will be 2nd down and 2, matching the penalty. So unsportsmanlike conduct. And that unsportsmanlike conduct is going to move the ball, Gary, inside the 10.
Yeah, it's to the 6-yard line.
Down to the 6. So following that, it is 1st and goal.
Fade route.
Fade route into the end zone.
And it's a catch.
And it's going to be caught for a Falcon.
Tyshawn Buford.
Tyshawn Buford with the reception. So nice job by Tyshawn getting into the end zone.
High pointed the ball, came down with both feet inbounds. That's good on Sundays.
46-17. The Falcons have pressed the lead a little bit more. 1:54 to go. And now the Falcons going to go for two, 25-second clock. No, they're not. They're going to kick an extra point attempt. Estrada is back out there for the extra point attempt. 15 seconds. You got to hurry up.
Yeah, come on, Estrada. Come on, get your steps. There you go.
8, 7,
6, 5.
Falcons
4,
got plenty of time.
3, 2. They got
Ball
it
is
off.
snapped. Kick is down.
It went through? No, it
That's
didn't.
no
Golly.
hanging to the left. So the Estrada extra point is no good. So the score will remain 46-17. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health of St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student-athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student-athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
And we are back here in the pit at the Good House, LW Good Football Stadium. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call. And the money is all on the Falcons right now, 46-17. Gary, there's been a nice burst since, from the first quarter. Falcons put up 26. You want to score every quarter and establish a great rhythm. Short pooch kick is going to be down at the 31-yard line. And I'm so glad
that he pulled off.
Because Zion Roberts looked like he
was going to go right in there, Rydell first, and get an ejection, a targeting, and
every bit of
unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct.
When I say he was running right there, Gary, it was one of those that made you stop talking. Is he going to
smack? Yeah. You're right. Like, I know he's not going to go in there and just –
1:52 to go before the end of the first half. A reminder, at halftime, senior night, 32 of them, all fall sports going to get recognized here at halftime. So we're going to hear a lot of names. You'll be able to hear it on the radio, and also you'll be able to see it on the PPBC TV stream. Screen pass out to Tillman.
Good recovery by the Falcons.
Zaire Fisher and Franklin in on the tackle there. Looks like he's going to lose a yard, Gary.
Yeah, they actually didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. The Falcons sniffed that out, throwing that screen play to the boundary.
Second down and 11, 1:30 to go, 90 seconds for the end of the first half. Gunnar Holder calls it out to the team. And I have to say this is the most huddles I have seen, Gary, in a long time in my life. I mean, you got to go to the NFL to see constant, huddles. But any other level, you don't. Holder's going to fire it over the middle of the field.
Interception.
And that pass, is it going to be an interception?
Yep, it is. They're signaling it. Tyshawn
Buford with an interception.
I mean, coming right off of a touchdown pass and then goes right back and gets an interception. Great play by the young man.
So that pass is going to be intercepted.
And he's a good-looking young man. I mean, he's 6'2", 180 pounds. That's the other thing. There's a lot of long players. You have Chance Davis, 6'3". You got Jaden Nickens, 6'4". You got Tyshawn Buford. You got Woods. All these guys are 6'2", 6'1", 6'3".
4 receivers, trips to the right side. Anthony Keys checks in, is going to set up on the right pocket of CJ. Correct that, make that the left side. 1:03 to go. Ball is snapped. CJ looks left. Pressure. Steps up. Fires of the middle of the field. And that pass, he throws it out of bounds, actually.
Yeah,
pass incomplete, intended for Donovan Knight.
If as a quarterback, if you can get out of the pocket and then turn around, get your hips and shoulders around again and continue to look downfield, you know, run the ball. Just run the ball. You know, instead of throwing it away or incomplete or maybe even putting the ball, just run the ball, step out of bounds. Get your 4 or 5 yards, step out of bounds. With that much real estate in front of you, that's kind of where the maturity, process comes in. And he has the body and the athleticism to really, really be a threat. He's fast. He has some decent moves. He's explosive. But sometimes you kind of see him really trying to make the play with his arm instead of being an all-around good athlete.
Yes.
And here's the message for him.
And there's a penalty on the play, by the way, against the Falcons. Looks like that is a holding penalty.
His overall athleticism is what's going to get him his scholarship offer. And so he needs to look at all the various facets. Reverse to Jaden Nickens.
Jaden Nickens tried to come around the corner. He's at the 40. He's at the midfield before he is run out of bounds. Right around depending on the spot. Are they going to say he stopped out of bounds before he got to midfield?
I would have liked to have seen that reverse run to the home side, to the Falcons sideline. They were on the left hash, so they ran it to the short side of the field. It was easier for the defense to recover.
So it will be second down and about 15 yards to go. And we're waiting on a two-back formation this time. Anthony Keys is met in the backfield. Is going to be brought down. Great pressure that time by number 55, Cam Griffin.
Yeah, that time Hennessy did a very good job of getting penetration upfield.
So that moved the ball after the Jaden Nickens run. And after that loss of down, that puts the ball at the 45-yard line, and we're at 17 seconds on the clock. Seconds are ticking away here, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be the final play of the first half, with the Falcons leading by the score of 46-17. Senior night's going to begin here in just a moment, but we'll be right back and get ready for it because it's going to come your way in just a second. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
Chronicle newspaper, the paper that tells the truth. Get your subscription to the Black Chronicle newspaper that features local, state, and national news, entertainment, and more. Enjoy the Black
This
Chronicle
is our Love's Travel Stop student of the month, Yana Tuff, Crystal Ray, OKC Catholic High School.
So you can read the entire paper page for page.
So I heard that you currently have a 4.2857 GPA.
Yes.
That is really impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about what motivates you in school?
So what motivates me in school is just kind of wanting to go to the higher levels, so wanting to go to college, but also having a support system in my family and friends and just wanting to make them proud. So student government, I'm involved as the student body president, so I had to run and be elected for student body president.
I also heard that you have plans to attend Howard University and pursue a career as a criminal defense attorney. What led to that career choice, and was that always something you wanted to do?
So I've always been into like politics and law, but I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do in that area. And so I combined my passion of helping people. And so that's kind of how I came up with criminal defense attorney. It's helping people when they're in a position where they can't help themselves.
Senior, Miss Mackenzie Braggs, another one of our Millwood cheerleaders, parent Sharia Givens. She would like to thank her mother for continuing to encourage her to be great, her younger sister for supporting her in all that she does and being her best friend, her grandmother for being her light, her cheer group for encouragement and laughter, and lastly, God for keeping her going. Mackenzie Braggs, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Our next senior is no other than Princess Bird. Parents John Broussard and John Two Bird. Princess would like to thank her mom, her dad, her aunts, her grandparents, her uncle, Dominique, and her cousins. Our next senior, Miss Layla Carter, top volleyball player. Her parents, Vila and Larry Carter. She would like to thank all her family, her friends, her old friends. Therefore, they are a reason who she is today. Our next senior is Isaiah Dokes. His parent, Marion Dokes. He would like to thank his grandmother for supporting him and his friends for doing the same. Our next senior, Miss Ashaya Drake. Her mother, Sherelle Drake. She want to thank all her family and friends for all their hard work, support, and guidance in helping her be who she is today. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashaya Drake. If you just now tuning in with us, this is your favorite teacher, Mr. Anthony Crawford Jr. Our next senior is Mr. Jamarion Franklin, being escorted by Deandra Franklin. He would like to thank his mom and all his family and friends who supported him in the last, but last and not least, he would like to thank God. Our next senior is Miss Zamaya Franklin. Her parents, Nisha and Walter Franklin. She would like to thank God for waking up every day and allowing her to fulfill her dreams and ambitions. Thank you to her parents for always pushing her to do great. Thank you to her friends for holding her up while she was at her lowest and for always being the light on a cloudy day. Thank you so much to Coach Brandy for always being more than just a coach and encouraging her to be the best she can be. Our next senior is the senior class president, Miss Elizabeth Fraser, being escorted by Natasha Broussard and Randy Fraser. She would like to thank her family and friends for holding her down throughout it all. She want to personally thank her parents for making it happen, regardless of circumstances. She would like to thank the band directors for teaching her discipline, improving her skills with her instrument, being hard on her, and being strong male figures in her life. She would like to thank her siblings for always having her back. Shout out to her cousin and her best friend, who are fellow seniors as well, Princess Lyric Dominic, for speaking and instilling inspiration in her, believing in her when no one else did, and for being a shoulder to cry on. She would also like to thank her homegirls for making high school so memorable. She loves you all. Our next senior, Miss Tamar Gosen, being escorted by brother Victor Gosen. She would like to thank her dad for always being there and supporting her. Thank you to the directors, Mr. Ray and Mr. Wilson. They always push her in the right direction and guide her on the path to success. She wanted to thank all her friends for the bonds they hold. And a final thank you to the band being a second home. Our next senior, Miss Mariah Green. She's being escorted by Candace and Charles Green. She want to thank her family for their unwavering love, support, and advice. She loves you all. With them is my brother Michael Green. He's also being escorted by Candace and Charles Green. He want to thank his family and friends for all their encouragement, love, and support. He really does appreciate it. Our next senior, Miss Jakira Greer, being escorted by her parent, Tyrese Greer. She want to thank her family and friends for pushing her to be great and getting over all her fears. Our next senior, Miss Amaria Hallman Bruner, being escorted by my homegirl, Miss Angie Hallman. She want to thank her mom for being her rock and laying foundation for her to excel in any and every aspect. Thank you to her brothers for spoiling her and giving her a once-in-a-lifetime bond that cannot be matched. Lastly, she want to send a thanks to her late Uncle Zach for showcasing what it means to have unwavering faith in all one's endeavors and the true action of loving those around you. Our next senior, Miss Marcette Holmes, being escorted by Miss Helena Wade. She want to thank her mother and her great-grandmother for forming her into the young lady she is today. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcette Holmes. Up next, we have escorted by family and friends and teammates. Had to make that one up. I forgot I'm on the radio. Our next senior is Miss Lyric Lewis, being escorted by Stephanie Yearling. She want to thank her siblings for being her best friends. She want to thank her nieces and nephews. She want to say thank you to her rich single aunt. She want to give all glory to God. She want to thank Superintendent Dr. Robinson Woods for loving on her and providing her own and showing her, being there for her during a time when she didn't have her parent, and her friend Elizabeth for helping her through the rest of her high school years. And she also would like to thank the band for keeping her excelling in her high school endeavors. Our next senior, Miss Madison Major, being escorted by Sophia Major and Marcus Major. She want to thank her family and friends for supporting her and always being there for her. Look at all these people. This is beautiful. I love black people. Our next senior is no other than my brother, Kobe McGarry, being escorted by Tanya Johnson. He want to thank all his family and friends for motivating him to become a better person and pushing him to be great. He is also extremely thankful for the man above for giving him this opportunity to play the sport that he loves. One more time for Kobe McGarry. Yes, sir. Up next, we have Miss Deanna McIntosh, parents Deidre Tobler, Malcolm McIntosh. She want to thank her family and her endless support for their endless support and always pushing her to accomplish her goals, always making sure she has her head on straight, so on the right track. She want to thank the Millwood staff for making sure she's academically prepared to take on whatever obstacles that may come into her life. She want to thank her friends, her teammates, her coaches for believing in her and guiding her on the right place. One more time for Deanna McIntosh. Our next senior is no other than Davion Miller, mother Daisha Dillard, and stepfather Rashawn Dillard. He want to thank his family for always supporting and show thanks to his friends for being them. Our next senior, she's the cheer captain of the Millwood cheerleaders. Y'all put y'all hands together for Kira Pete. Her parents, Principal Warren Pete and Mrs. Keisha Pete. She want to thank her family and friends who have supported her in her community of love that God has blessed her with. She said y'all have inspired her and continue to push and grow with her. So she cannot thank y'all enough. She loves y'all and she hopes that she can make y'all proud. Up next is the artistic Layla Purvey, being escorted by Latrell Purvey, Lakeith Wicks, Paul Purvey, and Olivia Purvey. She want to thank her family and friends for always being her biggest support, friends that aren't afraid to tell her what's wrong and what's right, and parents who raised her to prove those who thought she couldn't make it wrong. Her friends was her greatest strength through school while her parents couldn't be there. Lastly, she want to give a special shout out to her grandparents. She would not be the young woman who she is without y'all. Up next, we have Layla Naeem Rashad being escorted by Chandra Austin. She would like to thank all the women in her life because they are the reason she is standing here today with a strong head on her shoulders. She would like to give a special shout out to her big sister, Malia, because she has also been a second mom to her and her biggest supporter. Ladies and gentlemen, Layla Naeem. Up next, we got my brother, Kylan Searles, being escorted by Travion and Lakeisha Searles. He want to thank all his family and friends for doing everything that they do for him throughout his life. One more time for Kylan Searles. He didn't even write a thank you note. Up next, we have top tier Tyranny Smith being escorted by Candace Murphy and Emmanuel Smith. First, she wanted to thank God for the creation of life. Thanks to her mother, Candace, for praying for her and building a strong foundation. She wanted to thank her Aunt Tiffany for her sacrifices, encouragement, and dedication to helping her stay on a successful path. She wanted to thank the band directors for helping her become a great musician. Shout out to Mr. Wilson for the bond that they'll remember forever. Lastly, she wanted to thank her family and the village for their continuous love and support. Tyranny Smith. Up next, we got Mackenzie Stampley being escorted by Corey and Courtney Stampley. She want to thank her sister for always having her back and being an amazing role model. She want to thank her mom and dad for believing in her when she couldn't believe in herself. She want to thank her coaches for all they do and her cheer sisters for giving her a great senior year. Shout out to Miss Orange and Blue. Up next, we got Magnus Taylor being escorted by Alicia Anderson and Earl Taylor. He would like to appreciate all his friends who have been there having his back since they met in 7th grade. For his family, he want to thank those who kept him motivated while supporting his goals and dreams. One more time for the artistic Magnus Taylor. Up next, we have Terrence the Terminator Taffy being escorted by Terrence Taffy Sr. He want to thank all his family and friends just for being them. and allowing him to be who he is all his life. One more time for the Terminator. Up next, we have another cheer captain. We have the Stuco activities coordinator. We have the great Jada Williams being escorted by Julian Williams, Michelle Williams, Felicia Bennett, and Glenn Bennett. She want to thank her mother for always being her shoulder to cry on and offering the perfect advice during uncertain times, to her father for allowing her to express herself freely, to her stepmother for always nurturing and providing for the household. You are the sweetest. To her stepfather, the hardest worker she knows. Take time for yourself and enjoy the little things. To her family for supporting all her endeavors, no matter how big. She truly owes all of you. Ooh, this ain't loud. Up next, we got Miss Malia Wilson. Parents Brandon Wilson and Linda Fields. She just want to thank all her family and friends for always believing in her when she didn't even believe in herself. Ladies and gentlemen, we need y'all to give it up for the Carrot Gold class of 2024, the best class that ever stepped in Millwood High School. Somebody gonna disagree with that, but so what? I need y'all to make some noise for the class of 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all can do better than that now. Come on now. They worked hard to get here. They worked hard.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And with today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood Enrichment Foundation president. Also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Enrichment Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that I raise, that we raise, will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal. And you have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Oklahoma City Loves Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company are proud partners in recognizing some outstanding high school students who are setting the standards in and out of their classrooms with our Student of the Month program. Each month, a chosen high school student will be selected Student of the Month. The winner will automatically qualify to be selected Student of the Year. For winning Student of the Year, the recipient will win a $10,000 scholarship paid directly to the college of their choice. Please take time to nominate a student who exemplifies outstanding characteristics in the classroom and as a citizen in our community. Just go online at blackchronicle.com. That's blackchronicle.com to nominate a student for the Loves Travel Stops and Country Stores Student of the Month. Rules and regulations apply.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, so on Monday, the Ricky Smiley ATM is back, and we're going to be giving away $1,000 a day. All you need is that PIN code to win. So just go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com right now and get all the details to win $1,000.
And you know I got to bring that hot spot with all things music, movies, and more. And Gary going to be pouring some scorching hot celebrity tea from the weekend. Ooh, child, and he going to have a new color today.
All right, y'all, have a great weekend. See you Monday. Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Millwood and Richmond Foundation Halftime Report. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods here. The Millwood and Richmond Foundation is raising $25,000 to help take care of the teachers and scholarships for its Millwood students. Help make a positive difference in investing in our jewel institution, Millwood Public Schools. You can make a contribution at Cash App at $ Millwood Enrich OKC. That's $ Millwood Enrich OKC. Going to have to get somebody back on here from the foundation. Need an update on how the donations are going. So the seniors were being acknowledged. We appreciate that. Great job. I missed by the Crawford. Mr. Crawford reading out the students. It's a lot of bios, man. They should pay him extra for that.
You got that right.
So you should get off Monday. I'll let the teachers work that out. Anyway, as we look through things, for the first half of things, Millwood leads by the score of 46-17. 16-yard touchdown pass opening out by Hennessy in the first quarter. Then they got the PAT led by 7-0. But then on, you're talking about 26 straight points by the Falcons. Lamar Davis with an 80-yard run. Then Cameron Carter with a 7-yard run. Then Davis again with a 3-yard run. A fumble, Chance Davis returned for a touchdown that made the lead 20-0. Then an interception return by Cameron Carter and helped them lead by the score of 26-7 at that point. Then Hennessy got on the board with a 55-yard pass and for a touchdown that got them back 26-13. Then in the second quarter, Millwood started getting going again. Anthony Keys with the touchdown, followed by Cameron Carter, Lamar Davis, and Tyshawn Buford getting a touchdown. Millwood ends up leading by the score of 46-17 when it's all said and done. Gary, the most impressive thing about the first half to you, in your opinion?
You know, the Falcons are doing a really good job of being methodical and consistent in their offensive play. The offensive line is doing a better job blocking.
Tremendous job.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. And then, of course, protection looks a lot better with the upbacks, the running backs, being able to slide over and provide that additional max protection. And so with that change, I'm seeing greater efficiency. I'm seeing some creative play callings. They're focused on running the football, and we're scoring offense, defense, not yet special teams, but
they're still in the hope for that.
Yeah, they're still in the hopes for it, but it's always good when you have defensive scores.
339 yards of total offense for Millwood, 129 yards through the air and 210 yards, I do believe, on the ground, where there's 154 yards for Hennessy in the first half. Lamar Davis is the high man who got for the Falcons with 101 yards in the first half of rushing in this game. So, I mean,
that's a game worth of stats.
Right, it really is.
It really is.
So we're starting to start the second half, then turn your attention back to the field right now. And let's see here. Hennessy ran a trick from this play right here. So let's see exactly what they're doing there. So Jaden Nickens and looks like who else is back there? So Jaden Nickens is coming up. Can't see who is on the other side of here for the Falcons. It looks like they're here to also possibly make a play. But Hennessy ran a fake out of this earlier. They got to pay attention, Falcons do.
Yeah, they most definitely do.
Because last time Montoya took no time. They spun out, he turned around and kicked it. And then they had that group go and cover it. So the kick is away, high end over end, and it's going to be fielded by Lamar Davis, who dances through traffic and takes the ball out to the 46-yard line. Nice job, Lamar Davis, in return of looks like 15 yards after catching it at the 32.
Yeah, I mean, and he absolutely ran over the Hennessy defender on that return. Very physical play by Lamar.
So that return takes the ball out to the 46-yard line. So nice job by him after catching it and taking it out to the 46. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers now. We got twins to the right. Ball is snapped, and Josiah Woods is now in the game, folks, as Lamar Davis gets his call. Going for more yards, just adding on to it, takes the ball into Hennessy territory across the midfield line, and we'll spot it at the 49-yard line.
That was good hard inside run by Lamar. I mean, what set it up nicely was the motion by Jaden Nickens across the offense there, forces the defense to shift.
3 receivers, twins to the right side. Josiah calls Jaden Nickens in motion across the slot. Jaden Nickens gets it on the jet sweep, reverses position. He's still on his feet at the 30. He's going to run out of bounds somewhere around the 20-yard line. They're going to say he ran out of bounds at the 26. Jaden Nickens has top speed, and he's a long strider.
Yep.
So it's one of those type of things. If he just come out with a little bit more
acceleration,
he'd really find himself in some more daylight, if you will.
Well, you know, he's 6'4", and for 6'4", he's fast. Because typically when you look at guys like that, they're usually big, tall, jumping jacks, you know, athletic hand type guys. And so you're looking at him saying, hey, if you can get a 6'4" guy running 4'6", he's pretty athletic. But Jaden's actually, I think, a little bit faster than that. And so there's a reason why, you know, he's committed to the University of Oklahoma.
3 receivers now. We've got twins to the right. Lamar Davis gets it on the reverse counter. And what a run by Davis. Nitro takes it inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nice run there.
Can you imagine what he's going to be like after a good year in the weight room? I mean, seriously. I mean, he's really coming out, and he's really had a good year as a starter, as a first-year starter, just a sophomore. And, you know, he's going to be a guy. If he really gets into the weight room and builds his body, he could be dangerous.
That is a Sunbeam Family Services first down. 3 receivers now, twins to the right. Josiah Woods with Lamar Davis in his hip pocket to the left. Ball is snapped. This time Josiah Woods keeps it himself. Comes around the corner, going to get down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like it's going to be close to another first down. They might mark him down at the – what is that? Looks like the 7-yard line.
You know, and Josiah Woods, 6'2", 185. He's really – I think he's a little heavier than 185. But let me say this. This is a guy, he's, you know, the second-string quarterback behind CJ, but I'm telling you, if he was anywhere else in Class 2A, he would be a starting quarterback.
Ball is snapped. They're going to hand the ball to Lamar Davis.
Good hard run.
Chopping those legs down inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Lamar Davis getting all the bang on for his buck, but there is a flag in the backfield in the area of holding. Let's see what the call is. And it is against the Falcons. And it is holding. It's been confirmed. So we're going to move the ball back basically from the spot, so we got to see exactly where it ends up. But he's still walking. It's beyond the 15. Looks like the 18. Let's mark it the 17 then. So second down and what will be 13 yards to go. They can get a first down inside the 5. 10:07 to go. 3 receivers, twins to the left. Ball is snapped. And they're going to hand the ball to Jake Nickens on the jet sweep, but this time he's going to be cut down. Gary, you didn't like it. Why didn't you like it?
Because he just should have turned it up. You know, I mean, they had the edge. He was, you know, on the jet sweep, they had it defended. The gap was for him to just turn it upfield, get his shoulders out in front of his knees and just drive through and get as much as he could. But he was trying to zigzag in and out, trying to get back to the outside again. Again, that's just him being inexperienced as a ball carrier.
So 9:30 to go. 3 receivers, twins to the right. Jaden Nickens comes in motion across the formation. This time Lamar Davis dances, and if Jaden Nickens had just kicked the linebacker out.
Right, he'd be still running right now. Yeah, you know, Jaden Nickens he's been going in motion about 3 or 4 plays in a row now, and so he was a little slow on that last play, kind of threw the timing off of the run play.
So the ball will be spotted inside the 15. I think they're going to spot it at the 14-yard line. So it will be 4th down and about 10 yards to go. 8:44 to go in the third. 3 receivers. Josiah Woods is the quarterback right now. Calls Jaden Nickens in motion again. They fake it to Jaden Nickens. Josiah Woods has a receiver. Put a little bit too much pepper on it. Intended for Anthony Keys. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and Keys is a little bit shorter of a target. He's a smaller target. He's only about 5'6", 5'7".
Okay, but we got a flag in the backfield here.
You think they're going to call, we got a little handsy.
So, okay, so the penalty will be declined, and it should be 1st and 10 Hennessy from that. So it's a legal man downfield against the Falcons, and they're going to go ahead and turnover on downs, and it will be 1st and 10 from that. So let's go ahead and grade my points, Gary. So
Okay.
the Narissa Berry Insurance keys to the game said run the ball.
Well, you have a 100-yard rusher in the first half.
So
I think they did that pretty
okay,
well.
what grade did they get, Gary?
I give them an A on running the
Okay,
football.
Gary. You always tell me you're the one who grades. Start strong, not fast.
46 points in the first half. I think that's pretty strong.
All right, and no turnovers.
The
The one hiccup, to me, it's still. I'm not going to grade them down 100%, but you gave away that extra one on special teams.
Yep.
So what grade did you give them on
B+.
that? B+. Okay. All right. We can still go to school, folks.
Oh yeah, you're an honor roll.
You know, so that's honor roll right
That's
there.
honor roll. Yeah, you.
So 8:03 to go.
You play like this every game here on in, you're marching all the way to the state championship. 46 points in the first half.
If yes, I would agree to that. Ball is at the 18-yard line. And
Pass incomplete.
So the pass is incomplete on that. So 3rd down and would it be 6 yards to go. So to me, it's about getting out of the game, no more injuries. Gary.
Yep.
So I'm a strong diet of running the ball, and as long as we tackle well, I can live with whatever the score is. But I still would like one more touchdown to get over 50. And that sounds bad. That sounds really bad, me saying that.
Well, no, I mean, when you think about performance per quarter, right, consistently, you should, at this stage of the game, if you can score in the 3rd, that should be fine. If you score one more in the 4th, that should be fine.
Right. And to me, one more touchdown in this situation is good. You want to score every quarter.
You do.
So
you want to.
one touchdown.
You don't want to have a quarter where you're, not productive and not efficient. Because that's going to be important to you when you get down the road in the playoffs. You have to not. You can't have a quarter where we draw a goose egg.
Okay, high end over end kick. And it got lost in the lights, and Jaden Nickens backs and gets out of there. Ball's going to be down by Carson Riddle at the Falcon 46, I do believe, and 1st and 10 from that spot.
Yeah, good punt. Took a Hennessy bounce, and the Falcons are smart enough to get away from it. So with 7:31 left in the 3rd, let's see what the offense does.
Yeah, the offense needs to come out now. You know, you had your turnover on down. You got your backup quarterback in now. You want to see some rhythm. He's earned some reps, undoubtedly, to coming out of halftime. I'm not aware of a CJ injury, or he might have had some tightness and they're just making an adjustment to hold him out. But regardless, you want to see Woods lead the team down the field and spark the team in the second half to whatever they're going to do. This time coming around the edge, Keys turns the corner. High tackle is going to be brought down inside the Eagle 48-yard line, but there's a flag back here at the Falcon 45.
Yeah, the lead blocker on the play's hands kind of slipped outside of the steering wheel. The steering wheel or the shoulders, it's offensive linemen are allowed to use their hands as long as the hands are set inside of the shoulders. And when your hands float outside to where you're up on top of the shoulder pad or outside the shoulder pad, they'll call holding on that pretty much every time.
Okay, Coach Franklin is in disagreement with the call. So the official holding against the Falcons. There's been a couple of calls tonight that Coach Franklin obviously did not like. And sometimes I can't blame him, but it comes to technique and certain things. You regardless of what penalty it is, the one thing every coach will tell you is just give it to me consistently. If it's consistently bad,
right,
I can live with it as long as you call it every time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to call it all the time and it's sometimes a spot foul, then it makes you kind of, can get your blood going.
Right. No, if it's inconsistent, the coaches hate that because they're trying to coach the kids up according to how the game's being called.
All right, jet sweep to Jaden Nickens, and he's
shoot.
going to reverse field position, come all the way back. Jaden Nickens at the 50. Jump cuts and steps out of bounds.
All right.
Now, my question is to you, Gary. For those who are watching on PPBC TV,
right,
Jaden Nickens had a gap on the other side of the field, but decided to reverse it because he thought he had more space.
Yeah.
Now,
and he ran backwards.
For where he ended up, would he have gotten the same thing if he had just stayed on the other side of the field? I'm just asking.
Yeah. If he just would have just just found a crease, attacked that crease, and finished off his run, yeah, it would have been the same game roughly.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
All right, going to work this time. Coming around the outside, number 21 for the Falcons. And he's going to be tackled. But they said the ball is loose, but there is a flag down. So Fisher lined up in the backfield on this play, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be holding against the Falcons. So we're stacking penalties now. That's not going to make Coach Franklin happy. So it's going to move the ball beyond the 50 out to the 47-yard line. So 47. First and 19 now. Two-back formation. Oh, excuse me. One single back, H-back is up near the line. Handing the ball off to Fisher, and Fisher getting a chance to get a couple of carries. Going to take the ball down to the Eagle 40-yard line.
Yeah, a good, nice inside zone run play over the left side. And Fisher did a good job of finishing off the run. Look, gain of about, what, 7?
Gain of 7.
Yeah. Take that every day, all day.
And those are the type of runs you want.
Right.
Just go get your 6, 7 yards, 5 yards. As they say, do your one. Don't try to do 5 every time.
Right. If someone slip and fall or you can break a tackle, then, yeah, take it to the house. But other than that, just do good work.
All right, this time Fisher and
Woods pulls it.
Stiff arm. Stiff arm by Nickens. And Josiah Woods is going to run the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Going to be marked out of the 15-yard line. Several big blocks on that play, including one from Jaden Nickens. You were questioning on whether we could see a good block from him. He said, "Yeah, I got one in my tank."
Oh yeah, now Jaden Nick, he's good for some good downfield blocking. I mean, he's really a physical guy. He gets it. If he's in position, he could definitely help you.
a run of 25 yards as the ball down to the 15-yard line by Josiah Woods, and the Falcons are continuing to rack Sunbeam Family Services first downs all over the place. This time Fisher, nice one cut and going downhill.
Yeah, it would have helped if the offensive guard would have blocked somebody. But
down inside the 10, down to the 7. So down inside the from the 15 down to the 7-yard line.
I would stay with
Second
it.
down and 2. Yeah, keep that run thing going.
Keep that run thing going, yeah.
Under 5 to go in the 3rd. Ball is snapped. You're going to put it in the hands this time. And running right up in the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Deshaun Buford takes it to the house for the Falcons that time.
Great play. I mean, that's what you want to see. 52-17, ran the ball for a gain of what, 7?
So Deshaun Buford now takes the Falcons for over the top for 52 on the night, 52-17. Pending the Estrada extra point. Now, he hasn't been able to get one in here. We got to see if he can get one this time, Gary.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it looked like they've been straight.
They've been straight, but they keep saying going to the left. So
high snap. Did he get through?
This time
he
it's
missed
still
it again. He's hooking them, I guess.
So he missed it. So kick by Estrada.
Well, he's going to get his chances tonight.
Right. So 52-17. Time for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health of St. Anthony.
Hey, Oklahoma. Could your child have lead poisoning? The only way to know is to get tested. Remember, children aged 12 and 24 months are required to get a blood lead test. For more information, contact the Oklahoma Lead Poisoning Prevention Program at 1-800-766-2223 or visit our website at ok.gov/health and search childhood lead poisoning.
All right, we've heard that proverbial phrase. I think it is the large obese woman who sings when the team or when the night is over.
Yeah,
she certainly appears out of anywhere, and then she casts her voice into the sky.
Yeah,
and we all say it ain't over till the big lady sings.
That's right.
Right. So when Principal Fred decides to let go the wood chant,
yeah,
is that the proverbial champagne cork?
It's he's basically.
Or is it cold outside and he's just choosing to warm the Falcon fan base? Which one is it?
I think he's calling it. I think he's calling it a little early. They might even be telling Coach Franklin, "Hey, look, don't throw the ball no more. Let's just run this clock and get out of here."
All right, Carson Riddle trying to stay on his feet, and he took several shots on his way to being tackled at the 14-yard line.
Kickoff team is actually getting downfield, hustling hard, covering well. That's another positive. Just looking at the defense to see if we notice any significant substitutions.
So the ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. It's going to be marked as a return of 1 or maybe 2 yards at best on that. So change of possession, 1st and 10, Hennessy from that spot. 52-17, 4:26 to go. 3 receivers. Ball is snapped. And the ball's loose on the ground. And that jet sweep exchange did not go as planned. It's going to move the ball back inside the 10. So it's going to put the ball inside the 10, probably at the 8. So a loss of 6 on the play. So 2nd down and 16. Under 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the 3rd. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call. Three receivers, twins to the right side. Holder gets it, and this time runs into a wall of Falcon defenders.
Yeah,
nice
tackle
open
for loss.
field tackle there. As Tillman tried to find daylight, there was none. Didn't somebody tell him it was, what kind of moon is it tonight?
It is a rut moon.
Somebody should have told him that. So that's going to move the ball following that play. I think they're going to say down to the 6. Loss of 2 on
Well, you know what? Defense might get a chance to score again.
3rd down and 18. Under 3 minutes to go now. 10 seconds on the play clock. 4 receivers. Ball snapped. Holder's going to fire it out.
Yep, and
this
another
time,
tackle for loss.
Tackle for a loss by Weston Smith on the reception.
Yeah, Caden Johnson, freshman.
So Johnson in on the stop.
I mean, that's encouraging. A freshman, 6'2", 150-pound freshman. According to the roster here, he's probably he might be 6 foot.
4th down and 18. Well, when it's cold like this, people just seem taller. 15 seconds to go before they need to go ahead and punt this ball. 2:15 in the 3rd.
Oh,
kick is away. It's a nice angle
returnable
kick.
Chance Bubba Davis
has it. 43-yard line.
Or is that Bubba?
That's
no, it's
not Bubba. That is Zion,
That's Zion Roberts. Yeah.
Robert catches the ball at the 40-yard line, right around the 42, when he caught the ball at a full head of steam and returned the ball to what will be, when it's all said and done, he's going to spot it at have an injured Hennessy player right now. He even kicked his helmet off, so that's always a sign of someone usually in some serious pain, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
So waiting on them to put the ball officially down, because as far as I can tell, they're still walking with the ball. So that looks like the ball's going to be at the 27-yard line. So return to the 27-yard line. And want to make sure we take time to thank our sponsors, Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wings Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Glad to see number 55 get up under his own power. That's Cam Griffin. Had a couple of big hits earlier in the game on C.J. Turnbull on some pressure. He got back there a couple of times. But for the most part right now, Millwood in complete control. Josiah Woods remains the quarterback. I think, C.J. being held out here, Gary, and all you want to do is continue to see your team keep the rhythm. That's all you really want. You want, going into Blackwell next week, you want to have your team going in the best possible direction they can go.
Yeah.
So 2:02 to go. So now 19 seconds, don't have all the personnel on the field.
And this is 2:02 in the 3rd period, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So 2-back formation. Ball is snapped, and they're going to hand the ball right up the middle to Deshaun Buford, who's running through like a loose Mack truck.
Yes, he is.
With no driver.
Took about 3 or 4 to bring him down. Great carry by
Inside
Buford.
of the 10, down to the 9. It's going to be a Sunbeam Family Services first down. So nice run play. Falcons getting that run game, continuing to put it in overdrive. It is a Sunbeam Family Services first down. Build a brighter future with all children and families. You can find mental support and become a foster parent. And is it into the end zone for Buford?
Yes,
and
it is. Buford.
A First Security Bank touchdown for Buford.
No, he deserved that score. I mean, he's been carrying the ball very well. It's one of those things where they tell you, hey, don't count your reps, make your reps count. Well, Buford's making his reps count.
2 touchdowns now.
Yeah.
Going to go ahead and say that. Become a foster parent, enroll a child in early childhood education and care, and so much more. They are located in the former Edwards Elementary School. For more information, visit sunbeamfamilyservices.org. 1 minute on the clock. So they're moving the ball to the left hash. Okay. So, all right. So 58-17 is the score.
No. And he hit it.
And he hit it by moving it to the other side.
Right. Put it on the right hash. Go left hash, Coach.
So Estrada put it in. So good for him to finally get it.
Oh, he's excited, too.
Estrada finally gets one to go.
I thought he was going to start turning backflips.
So 48 seconds to go. We're officially in a running clock. We're going to stay right here. Also, the time update is brought to you by A-Plus Lawn Service. Would you like your home, lawn, or business lawn to look green, full, and healthy? Then call the professionals at A-Plus Lawn Services. Owner Milo Wilson and his staff will take great care of you. Just call for an appointment today, 405-535-5139. So, now going back to work. Falcons put up 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. Now the lead is 59-17. So, good stuff going.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, 2 scores in the third. One of the scores was with a backup. Well, both were backup running backs, right? Yeah.
Well, 2 touchdowns, yes. Deshaun Buford with Josiah Woods. Basically, I would think there are a whole lot more.
They're better than your typical backups.
All right, so this is going to go out of bounds for a legal procedure. Estrada hooked it a little bit and then comes up a little gimpy on that one because of the way he kicked it. So.
But that's good in terms of efficiency. So now, 27 seconds left in the third. You go into the fourth quarter. You can pull out your starters. You can play some younger players and, seek to close the game out.
All right, so following the illegal procedure, because the ball originally went out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And now, going to work, they're going to move the ball ahead. So, now we've got it. So that is the end of the third quarter officially. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be right back.
All right, on Monday, the Ricky Smiley ATM is back, and we're going to be giving away $1,000 a day. All you need is that PIN code to win. So just go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com right now and get all the details to win $1,000.
And you know I got to bring that hot spot with all things music, movies, and more. And Gary going to be pouring some scorching hot celebrity tea from the weekend. Ooh, child, and he going to have a new color today.
All right, y'all, have a great weekend. See you Monday. Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, time to start the fourth quarter. And here come the Eagles. We've officially hit the running clock portion of the night right now. And you can tell Hennessy's got a lot of new players out there because you see fresh, clean white jerseys.
Sparkling white.
All right, going to work right now. They're going to give the ball in the hands of number 22 this time. That is Tucker Golf. And they're going to say he lost about 3 yards on the play back to the 40-yard line, make that 2 yards. So second down, about 12 yards to go. 11:10 to go. Four receivers now. New quarterback as well. And trying to get there, and the Falcon defense.
And a fumble.
They're going to say he's down. Say he's down.
It was about to be a defensive score.
New quarterback in the game is Coda Franklin. But the Falcon defense coming through with the sack. Going to bring him down inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. So 3rd down and 18. 4 receivers now for Franklin. Franklin hands it off again, and this time the Falcon defense is just nasty up the middle.
Yeah, tackle for loss.
Tucker Golf gets tackled again.
Yep, by Kobe McGarry.
Back to the 30-yard line, a loss of 4. So 4th down and 22. So back to receive the ball deep for the Falcons right now is Zion Roberts. $9:47 to go in the game, folks. Snap is away. Kick is up. Nice.
Yeah.
Estrada, end over end.
Oh,
Franklin.
and he bumped.
Okay, he was able to recover the ball, but a tough spot for Zion, but nice kick. He muffed it, but hey, Estrada with another nice high kick.
I'm telling you, that's why I circled his name on the roster, Mo. I mean, a young man could help somebody, and he's just a sophomore too. That's the surprising part.
With a leg like that.
With a leg like that, punter and field goal kicker, and kickoff special. No, that's Montoya, who is the
Montoya. Yeah, Montoya is the kicker.
Okay.
So the ball is going to be spotted at the 34-yard line, where the timeout is going to be called. But interesting from that spot. Zion wasn't able to do anything with it. Timeout called on the field right now to OG&E timeout. Want to thank all our sponsors: Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe, Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Gary, about tomorrow's game at Langston.
Okay.
What is the most exciting point that you're interested in? Now, you know, of course, you know, I'm giving a little bit of our pregame tomorrow, but are you aware that Louisiana Christian did fall last week?
I wasn't aware.
Ottawa did take them down, but what's more impressive is the score. I'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
Following this play, 2-back formation, and before things get started, looks like they're counting. Do we have too many players on the field? Okay, so somebody just couldn't count. So is there a penalty? Okay, so too many men on the field. So, or a legal substitution, or okay, illegal participation. So going to move the ball back to the 29-yard line. So 1st down and 15. 2 receivers split. This time Woods walks it down, and this time Woods takes it himself and brings himself down all the way at the 35-yard line.
He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, it gets a little bit better than that. He gets 1 more yard plus. So it's going to be 9 yards to go there. So what you may not be aware of, Gary. Okay, they changed it to the 35. As the score of the Ottawa-Louisiana Christian game was 3-2.
What?
3-2. Ottawa wins on a field goal.
Wow. Wow.
2 receivers split.
So Ottawa's coming into Anderson Field kind of flying high.
Yeah.
Having won a nail biter.
Yeah, right. Number 31 is the ball carrier for Marcellus Grant Johnson with the carry for the Falcons there. You have to say MGJ. So that's going to move the ball out to nearly the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 39. So third down and what will be 5 yards to go, under 7 minutes to play when this ball is snapped. 59-17 is the score. Falcons letting that clock run down 5 seconds before they go live. And this time they're going to hit it again right up the middle of the field. Is that Buford again?
Can't tell.
Running the ball down inside the
37. Is that 37? 27.
27. So that is
Jarrett Rogers.
Jarrett Rogers Jr.
Kind of looked like Buford, didn't it?
It kind of did. These younger Falcons say, I don't care about cutting up the field and being cute. I'm just running right at you. It's a Sunbeam Family Services first down at the Hennessy 37-yard line. Nice run there by Rogers. So the Falcons come set. 2 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Taking almost a minute off the clock each time they get a big play like that. Come and set. Ball is snapped. This time they're going to put it in the hands. Once again,
Marcellus Grant Johnson.
MGJ.
Say that 3 times fast.
I will, but I'm going to mess up because I'm going to tell my age. Because if I say, I want to say MJG, but that's 8-ball. 8-ball and MJG. Can't say that. Also, I have to do it just one time. I'm going to break. I'm going to do a radio faux pas here in just a second here. I can't pass it up. It's right there in front of me, and it's the only time I get to do it this year. So I'm taking the mulligan in just a second here. I'm going to get in trouble, and I'm going to enjoy this one moment to do this at the 26-yard line is where the ball is spotted now. (59-17). Ball is snapped, going to work, trying to get the ball to the outside.
Nice
going
cut.
downhill by Rogers.
Oh,
Rogers inside the 10, down to the inside the 10, nearly to the 5-yard line. Rogers saying, hey, look.
Coach, give me a shot.
Hey, let me get one on the books. Rogers said, let me get one from the book for the books. Jarrett Rogers takes it down first and goal to Sunbeam Family Services first down at the 7-yard line. Run of 19 yards there. So it's first and goal. Under 4.5 to play when this ball is snapped. Woods. 8 seconds on the clock. Don't know if the Falcons are going to snap it or not. Yes, they are. Okay, right up the middle, and fighting his way is Rogers.
He gets a couple.
Gets a couple, takes it inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line, maybe that 4. Yeah, it's the 4-yard line.
So Ottawa knocked down Louisiana Christian. Ottawa dropped a game this season as well, right?
Yes, they dropped the game to Texas Wesleyan.
Okay, so Texas Wesleyan, they dropped one?
No, they did drop one, but not in conference.
Not in conference, so they're on top of the conference. So they're on top.
It's officially right now, yes.
With 2 weeks left.
With 3 weeks left in the regular season.
Yes,
You've got
right,
games this weekend, and then 2 more after that, and then you had a showdown with Louisiana Christian at the end. So now Josiah Woods tries to get to the outside. He's going to slip.
Down.
It's going to be brought down right there about the 2.
So have you ran the scenarios in your mind concerning?
Well, the best scenario is Langston wins out. That's the best scenario.
That's the very best they can do.
Yes, but if they drop one of the 2.
They're out of it.
Well, they're not quite out of it, but what I will say here then, because since Ottawa has already been beat by Texas Wesleyan, the one that they can only afford to lose is the Texas Wesleyan. And victory formation for the Falcons now with 2:53 to go. And they're going to go into the end zone for the quarterback sneak, but it lines up as victory, and Josiah Woods takes it in for the touchdown. So 65-17 is where the score sits now. And we're going to go for the extra point now. But to your point, tomorrow we're going to see a heck of a game. Estrada's going to try and go for 2 again, but they're going to put him again on the left hash.
Hey, do what you got to do. I saw a guy. In fact, I'll tell you after the kick.
Estrada lines up for it. And the kick is blocked.
He missed it. the official on the right dunked.
The kick is arrived for Estrada on that one.
So I went to Emporia State with the Langston University basketball team, and they had a scrimmage against Division II Emporia State, which is a top 10 team nationally. Of course, Langston being a top 5 team nationally, and NAIA. So 2 different levels, Division II NCAA versus NAIA. Anyway, Langston has a backup point guard who shoots his free throws from the extreme right of the free throw line, right next to the defender, right next to the defender who is responsible for blocking him out.
Right.
And so Coach Wright told him, he said, okay, you can shoot that. He said, the first time you miss, I'm moving you back to the center of the free throw line. And he was perfect from the free throw line during the scrimmage. And by the way, Langston tied Emporia State. I think it was like 58-58 in the scrimmage. So Langston's gonna have another really good basketball team again this year.
Yeah, I mean, you
really
say
good.
Top 5. I mean, they are number 2 in the NAIA preseason poll for basketball. So a lot of folks, a lot of expectations. Going to be a tremendous basketball season for, I think, for the men and the girls team.
And for the women, yes.
For the women's team.
And for those Millwood Falcon listeners, guess who has transferred and is a part of the Langston University Lady Lions?
Who is that?
Our very own Nikhil Kramer.
All right.
So we're very, very excited to have her put on the navy and orange and throw the L's up. She's going to be redshirting this year because she had a surgical procedure on her knee, but coaching staff there at Langston is very excited to have her be a part.
How could you not be?
Lions. Oh, well, she's amazing.
Does she still have the nicest smile to go beast mode on you?
Yes. She's still as nice as can be and got that little voice and all that.
No.
No, when she's not playing.
When she's not playing.
Yeah,
Stop it.
when she starts playing, you're the enemy.
All right, going to work. Under 50 seconds to go now in tonight's contest. Ball is snapped, and it's a direct snap, and that should possibly be the last play of the game as the ball is taken out ahead for a gain of 1 out to the 30-yard line. So 36 seconds to go, so they will have to snap it one more time if the officials are requiring it. But they might be nice and let those last 2 seconds go.
Yeah.
But depending on what Hennessy wants to do here. So the Falcons look at this point to extend their win streak to 8. And they're going to run to the outside, trying to get 8 at one last play in the game. Quarterback keeper Dakota Franklin. And that will be the final play of the game. So that's going to put it there at the 32-yard line, gain of 2, and that will conclude tonight's game as the Falcons are victorious 65-17.
We're going to have a chore.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the other side and start breaking this game down real quick by the stats and get you your player of the game. That's coming up here in just a moment. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health of St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Hey, Oklahoma, could your child have lead poisoning? The only way to know is to get tested. Remember, Children aged 12 and 24 months are required to get a blood lead test. For more information, contact the Oklahoma Lead Poisoning Prevention Program at 1-800-766-2223 or visit our website at ok.gov/health and search childhood lead poisoning.
Get ready for an extraordinary Halloween experience brought to you by Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140. It's the Halloween Costume VIP Party, and it's exclusively for 104 lucky individuals. Hurry, because the tickets are selling fast. Don't wait. Head over to Ticketstorm.com right now to secure your spot at the Halloween Costume VIP Party. Limited VIP sections available. Dress in your spookiest, sexiest costumes and join us for an evening of door prizes, drink specials, food and music, Saturday, October 28th at 9 p.m. We'll be at Bibbs Smokehouse in Bricktown, located at 201 East Sheridan. This is the Halloween event you've been waiting for, and you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets before they're gone. Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140's Halloween Costume VIP Party, where scary meets sexy. Be there. Visit Ticketstorm.com and grab your tickets today.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, so on Monday, the Ricky Smiley ATM is back, and we're going to be giving away $1,000 a day. All you need is that PIN code to win. So just go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com right now and get all the details to win $1,000.
And you know I got to bring that hot spot with all things music, movies, and more. And Gary going to be pouring some scorching hot celebrity tea from the weekend. Ooh, child, and he going to have a new Kahlua today.
All right, y'all, have a great weekend. See you Monday. Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Are you in the need of someone to make your lawn look good? Have you ever seen a lawn with blue or green paint on it and wondered what that was? The blue and green paint is a weed chemical killer that will make your lawn look green, full, and healthy. Oh, and will kill the weeds too. Do you want your home lawn or company lawn to look green, full, and healthy? Then call the professionals at A+ Lawn Service. Right now, they are offering a weed killer special of $49 for a standard home lot, front and back, or $225 per acre if you have a large area you would like serviced. Owner Milo Wilson and his company have been servicing OKC for over 10 years, and they offer lawn services, landscaping, and more. Call 405-767-3382. That's 767-3382 for A+ Lawns and Services.
Welcome back to the pit here at the Good House, LW Good Football Stadium. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods here for the SSM Health post-game show. I want to remind you, sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist. Let the good folks at SSM Health St. Anthony's take care of you and get you back in the game. Gary, we saw an explosive game, a game where Millwood put up 560 yards of total offense to Hennessy, and I have to do this. I know everybody Hennessy. Anybody out there, you know you got to do that. You got to do that. Shout out Waveform 7. Anyway, when we start looking at all that going on from back in the day. But nonetheless, tonight we have to look at it from the standpoint of Millwood had 431 yards on the ground. So running had to be in the formula, and running the football in late October, early November into December is a good thing, Gary.
A very good thing. Run, Falcons, run.
Exactly, and they did just that. Looking at the total cost of it tonight, Lamar Nitro Davis, 7 rushes, 121 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Nickens, 4 carries, 55 yards. Jarrett Rogers, 3 carries, 46 yards. Josiah Woods, 5 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown. Deshaun Buford, 3 carries, 34 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cameron Carter, 3 carries, 33 yards, 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, he also had a fumble recovery touchdown in the first half as well. Xavier Thompson with one rush for 32 yards. Anthony Keys, 5 carries, 20 yards and a touchdown. Marcellus Grant Johnson, 2 carries, 15 yards. Tommy Fisher, 2 carries, 15 yards. And C.J. Turnbull, 1 carry for 11. And Donovan Knight, 1 for 7. And that's kind of how the night ended up 431 yards, Gary. CJ, not bad from passing. 10 of 20, 121 and a touchdown. Receiving the ball, Lamar Davis, 2 catches for 36. Chance Davis, 1 for 35. You like the catch that you did see.
Yes, I did.
Jaden Nickens, 3 catches for 24. Jamarian Franklin, 1 catch for 18. Xavier Thompson, 2 catches for 10. And Tyshawn Buford, 1 catch for 6 and a touchdown and a beautiful one on a corner route. That is the rundown of the statistics. So, Gary, if you had to choose a player of the game based upon the numbers who you see, who are you giving it to, Gary? I mean,
Nitro.
Lamar Nitro Davis.
He was over 100 yards in the first half.
Right.
And he didn't play the second half.
No. He was strong and played consistently throughout. The biggest takeaway to me from the game tonight is running the ball, and the Falcons have an identity of what they can do.
Yes.
Attack the edges, run up the middle, and what these young guys showed you is one cut downhill, keep the pressure on the defense.
Right.
And so the Falcons now will look to go to finish the season next week at Blackwell next week to end the regular season. And the Falcons need those district points, Gary. We said that's very important to them. So we got to hope that they can continue to get the points they need to get 2 home playoff games instead of just 1.
Right. No, that's going to be very, very important for this young team. And this is a young team. They're only going to be losing 6 or 7 seniors. So many of these players are coming back. This is a great season for this team considering how they started. They're finally getting the pieces all back together. And these guys are gaining experience together. So if they make a really good run, it's only going to pay dividends for what's going to be returning next year. And let me tell you, this team is going to be loaded next year with experience, key players, the kind of players that will definitely deliver a state championship. If they don't get it this year, they'll have a really good shot next year.
Want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight: Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, Millwood Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. So we're going to get out of here tonight. Want to thank our on-site producer, D Prince over there, Deshaun Birch on the camera, and also DJ Stevie D in studio. We're on our way. We're going to put the L's up tomorrow as Langston will play against a ranked team at Anderson Stadium. Ooh, it's just cold and misty and just good football weather. So get ready for that tomorrow.
Tune in.
Pregame starts at 1:30, kickoff at 2 o'clock. You've been listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. Have a great night.